Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It is Sunday, it's the end of the week, and that of course means it's time for some good old Warframe. Hello and welcome one and all. How are we doing here? Hello there, Gorilla of the Glock. Hello, Adam Alec. Hello, Snake Raider. Hello, Chicken Noodle. Hello there, Hatari Hell. Hello there, Hawkhawk. Hello, JJ. How are we all doing? Hope you're doing well where you are around the world, guys. As the stream title suggests today, I would like to do a little bit of completionism. It's not something I usually focus on, understandably. It's not something I crazily focus on, but, you know, I'm only, I say only, I'm only Mastery Rank 30. Only. So, I've got a little bit of equipment left to get. I've mastered 593 out of 672 items, which only leaves 79 more to go. Only leave 79 more to go. If we sort this by progress and scroll back down to the bottom for a second time, you can see there's not that many things left to go when you compare to the stuff I've already done. So that's what I'd like to sort today, is a little bit of progress towards some of these bits and pieces. But of course it means actually getting there. So we're not going to get everything in one day, that's impossible, but we are going to get some bits and pieces. We'll make our way through. Hello Peteroni. I'm doing alright, I hope you're doing well. So yeah, that is what we're looking at today. There is a ticket thing. Yes, there is a ticket thing. Exclamation mark raffle if you want more information as to why people are saying exclamation mark ticket. And also exclamation mark glyph if you want to know more about this thing right here. Not the poster, that thing. That one right there. In any case, as much as I'd love to get cracking on to farming all those bits and pieces, we've got other things to do first, chat, of course. We always have other things to do first, and that is, of course, today's sortie. So if you'd like to join me on today's sortie, we have got an exterminate mission coming up. We've got defense, we've got assassination. All you need to do is send me a message in game. I'll bring you into the squad. Exclamation mark join if you don't know how to do that. Leone, congratulations on killing your first sister. Here's to many more for you. Here's to many more. Hope you got yourself a nice 10-up weapon. It's a quick and easy finish up. Yeah. Don't worry. I'm aware of things that need leveling, guys. Don't you worry. If there is one thing I do not need you to tell me, it's what can be leveled in this game. I very much have that one down pat. But, yeah. Let's get cracking on with the sortie. First things first, because it's a ritual at this point. We always start off with a sortie. We've got enemy toxin bonus to worry about, first of all. Then it's a bow-only defense. And then it's an Exma Stronghold assassination. Which I'm sure absolutely nothing could go wrong anywhere along here. And you join Kush? If you can do a sortie, then yes. And if you're on PC, of course. What is today's stream about? I mean, I literally just went through that live, but sure. I'm not mastered on everything. I don't have everything. And so I'm going to fix that by getting more of everything that I don't have. We're working towards completionism today. We are getting more and more stuff. And to get started with that, now Toxin enhancement against the Corpus means they're also going to be strong against elemental damage, so we might want to use a slightly different way of killing them. But that's absolutely fine because I have a Tenant Envoy which kind of blows everything up. Let me just switch this over to Prime Vein of Corpus just because overkill is the best kill. And we'll get cracking. A bit off topic, how do I do Argiton Hex? What? Argiton Hex. I've got the full random loadout. Ah, right, yes. Someone picked a full randomized loadout straight away. I wonder who it was. Was it the notorious troll Snake Raider? I suppose I didn't say anything about that one, so sure. Let's full randomize our loadout because this is the only bit of fun that Snake Raider gets in his life on this stream. So we'll bring out Equinox with Corinth, Akshagara, Dakra, and Helios and get cracking. We'll get cracking. Yeah, I have no idea, sorry, Peter, only what Argiton Hex is meant to refer to there. No idea. Is Chronon Prime better than Broken War for high levels? Chronon Prime is a stronger weapon than Broken War. You can't normally just compare melees across each other, across different categories, but overall, yeah, Chronon Prime is stronger. Just generally speaking, it is. No, of course not, Snake Raider. It's only about the only thing you bring to the stream, though. So it's about all we know of you. How do you do arbitrations? You completed the whole star chart. So have you done all of the quests, including most specifically the quest that comes after the new war? I forget the name of it. I mean, is it just called Angel of the Zariman? I don't know. Have you done all of the quests, basically, Peteroni? Because if you haven't, then there are some missions you have yet to unlock, which you need to do first. There you are, then. You haven't finished the entire star chart because some of it is still hidden from you, as you have not made sufficient progress through the game. So, keep making progress. You'll get there. He kicks you out. Oh. And someone's taking your place. Alright, Kush, do the mission solo, or just with someone else, and we'll bring you in for the round 2. Do the mission yourself, we'll bring you in round 2. This one's only a short one after all. And then I'll set it to friends and invite only, so that doesn't happen again, in that someone can't take your place just because DU. I sneezed. Excuse me. Now, one downside of a weapon like Corinth Prime is that I don't think I've actually modded it. Or at least I certainly haven't modded it properly. This doesn't feel like a finished weapon. No, that is not a finished weapon. What have I done here? Why have I got an unfinished weapon? Why did I not check the mods? How do I feel about the incoming AoE nerf? Oh, have you got a link for that, Trip Bones? Have you got a link for the details that have been listed? Have you got a link for anything other than the Reddit comment from DE? I'd love to see the details on that, yeah. That way I can make an informed opinion. Why does it feel like I'm doing nothing to this guy? Was that dog just blocking all my shots? I think it was. What? Who still uses a hound in this day and age? Especially one that blocks your shots. Other than the fact they're addressing it? No. Alright, mate. So my opinion is, let's wait for the information before we start calling it a nerf. Because they didn't even say they were going to nerf it. They literally said they are in the middle of sorting Tenacon. After Tenacon, there's going to be discussion. That's it. That's all they said. Yeah, straight up sauce, man. When people keep on talking about the nerf to AoE as if it's been announced, it gets a little bit tiring. Not going to lie. Nothing against anyone in particular, but if you hear someone say, oh, there is going to be a big nerf to AoE. What do you think about the nerfs? Blah, 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 blah. It's not happened. It's not happened. There's been no announcement. There's nothing. Zip. Nada. Complete fabrication. That's not to say there will never be a nerf. That's not to say the next thing they won't do won't be a nerf. That is to say, nothing has been announced. And it is really best just to hold on to what actually is, rather than worrying about what might be. Do I prefer day or night form Equinox? I'd say day form just because usually the objective is to kill stuff rather than to heal stuff. But yeah. I've only got 4 mods on this one. That'll be why that weapon was doing basically nothing then, yeah. That'll be why it did nothing. Right, let's break and reform this squad. Just because I'm not going to wait for that random to figure out I don't want them there. They don't do that in sorties, they expect you to continue. Hello, Rainover. Tree came down on your property? Oh dear. Yeah, get sorted on that one then, my dude. Get sorted on that. Alright, Animatic requested Ivara for this next one. Well, that kind of makes some level of sense. That is not how you spell Ivara. My brain jumped a gun there. I have a message. I can always take ages to load. Yeah. Once you're in, just grab the invite. Let's grab the Natsaruk. I don't think I need to grab anything else. I'll just grab Zeneric on general principle. Because we have indeed got a bow-only defense coming up now. So, Ivara, not usually a defense frame, but, you know, we'll make it work. We will indeed make it work one way or another. And you might be thinking, oh, but the Natsaruk, Ivara, noisy. Yeah, nah. I often silence stuff. I switched to Bane the Corpus just because we're against the Corpus, just for the extra oomph, but yeah, nah. Poke the objective. I suppose I could put the invisibility on the operative, because yeah, it's going to be an operative, not the defense pod, isn't it? That is going to be a bonus. That is definitely going to be a bonus, if I really want to use that anyway. Let's see. Have I played Hades? I have not. I don't even know what kind of genre game that one is. Just stick with the standard build. Don't need to be messing around. We'll just give Kush and Leonie a moment there to get out of their respective missions and join us in. How do you silence a bow? Well, this one isn't exactly a normal bow. This one isn't a normal bow. If we just take off the hush pod there, it starts off alarming. Because, yeah, it's a very intensive bow. Are we concerned of rad procs again this time? I don't believe there should be rad procs. No. I do not believe we should be concerned about rad procs this time. He's a roguelike. Oh, fair enough. That gives me half an idea as to genre. There we go. We got Leonie. So we're just waiting on Kush. As soon as you're ready, my dude. Any idea on that will be amazing, but, you know, it's an exterminate. How long should it take for Kush to finish there? How long should it be take? Although I did bring a nuke to the last mission, so, you know, we did do it quite quickly. It is an isometric roguelike and visual novel. Oh, okay. Also, Kush, if you're typing, I presume you're ready to join us then. Yeah, mate? Mate? We're ready waiting for you. There he is. Awesome. We'll switch that to friends and invite only this time, so we won't have the same issues, just in case, you know, Warframe do Warframe thing. Leonie, you need a bow. The Kuvahek is, in fact, not a bow. And if somehow you find a bow elsewhere, well, it still needs to be your primary slot. I don't think... Are there any secondary bow-type weapons? I genuinely can't remember. I want to say no, but I genuinely cannot remember. I don't think there are. Oh no, we got Rakta Ballistica. Yeah, the Ballistica. Of course. You got kicked out again? Well, bruh, get back in then. Honestly, stop having a broken game. It's alright, mate. Sometimes it just be like that. Sometimes it just be like that. Yeah, you got the Ballistica family, so there's bows there. Ballistica Prime, and Rakta Ballistica, but I think that is just the long and short of it, isn't it? I can't think of any other bow type ones. Yeah, that is it. It's a Ballistica family. Huh. Oh my word, what is happening? Guess it's a server issue. Join! Last chance. Alright, he's in. Got Nataruk, 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 and Nataruk. Man, what happened to the days of Brahma everything, eh? Y'all remember that? You load up any bow sort, it used to be Brahmas everywhere with the occasional Paris Prime, and we lost them again. If you're able to rejoin Kush, you know how to do it. / join the Kengineer. The invite should still be there to bring you in, but otherwise we're gonna get cracking. You own a Paris Prime? So do I, yeah. How? You / join the Kengineer. If you've had an invite already, that allows you to join, usually. Kinda. It's iffy. It's like sending a message or invite, but it's joining instead. Fun fact as well, some people leave their invites and parties open to just everyone. So if you see someone, say, down in Cetus or Fortuna, and you see their username, of course, you could just join their squad. Nothing stops you half the time. You could just join people.
The enemy is at our doorstep.
I have dropped in on people's missions every now and then that way. Usually clanmates, just to be a surprise. Like, wow, what's the chances of seeing you here? I'm like, yeah, I know. What's the chances? Wow. Oh, we haven't got an operative. I don't know. Don't we normally have an operative when it comes to defenses, and it's just this one we don't? Don't worry about it, Kush. It's not you causing whatever issues are happening. You're just suffering the issues. I won't be upset at you for that. Well, someone's dog immediately died. That's for the best. I'm still using Helios. Whoops. Good thing I don't need ammo. Now, I could be using Artemis Prime right now. That is Avara's signature bow. Well, not just signature, exalted bow, but, Ragnos, no idea. No idea. I won't be able to check right now as we are on a mission. Now, you say you subscribed yesterday. You sent a subscription message yesterday. Did you subscribe yesterday? Or have you been sitting on the message saying you'd resubscribed for nearly a month already? Because, like, if you sat on the message, it'll still be there available to you. I don't know exactly how long for, if Twitch leaves it the entire month. But you get access to that message from when you would have subscribed up to however long. So you might have actually sent it just a day before it ran out. Am I using Empowered Quiver? No, I'm just using my standard build. I could have used Empowered Quiver, but let's be honest now. Let's be honest. It's the Corpus on a sortie. We don't need Empowered Quiver. If we were using weapons which weren't one-shot kill bows, then maybe, yeah. But we don't. We don't need to. Hey, Ragnos, you might be able to check somewhere on Twitch to see your subscriptions, see a list of them, see when they subscribed. I'm not sure exactly where that kind of stuff will be hidden. You know, check onto Twitch's own support on that one, my dude. Because as much as you may be subscribing to my channel, you're subscribing to Twitch at the end of the day. They're the ones that handle the entire thing. I'd just give you a good reason to click it. You know, this feels almost tranquil of a mission when I'm close up like this, because everything's just so much quieter. How is Lavos in Railjack? I mean, if you equip him and then go to the Railjack mission, that's how I'll be there. How does he run, though? He's pretty much the best. No energy concerns, no setup, you just get in and use him, and he's got tank enough to handle all of the missions. The only time his tank doesn't help you is when you're doing an Orphix mission. Otherwise, he's just a beast. So we are cracking our way through this. Now, we've got 7 waves of this, which is basically, well, another 7 waves to go. So we've got another 7 waves of target practice, guys. Doesn't mean you can spam Seeker Volley. You can do Seeker Volley every 10 seconds with Lavos, yeah. Every 10 seconds you can fire it off. And that goes for all of your abilities. They're not all joined together. So you can fire all 3 abilities every 10 seconds. So you can Shatterburst one thing, you can then Blackout Pulse another, and then Seeker Volley an entire group of stuff at the same time. No limits, no restrictions. All you do is wait 10 seconds between casts. It's amazing! It's just... Oh, that's friend. It's just absurdly good. On the other hand, Hildred is a terrible pickup, because you'll be waiting far longer than with any other frame for the cast cost to come down, because of the way that Hildred works and the descaling of the cost works. So Hildred is actually a bad pickup if you want to use Railjack abilities, whereas Lavos is amazing. Harrow's another great pickup until the fighters are dead, then he loses steam. He's still good overall. Protea's an amazing pickup. Oh, we're dropping. Garuda is another good pickup because of the energy generation there. 10 seconds seems like too much time. Try it out. If you've never tried it before, try it out. Because if you need to spam Seeker Volley that many times over, you're probably failing the mission. I don't know how you're failing the mission, but you are failing it. You do not need Seeker Volley that many times in the mission. Let's face it, the fighters are weak swords. They're filler. They're an objective, nothing more. You just press 3, half the fighters in the mission die, and you focus on the rest of the mission. 10 seconds pass, you continue pressing 3, the other half the fighters die. That's really all there is to it. 104 fighters? Yeah. And Seeker Volley, correctly equipped, will take out, okay, maybe a quarter of them. So you'll need 40 seconds, sorry, no, 30 seconds, because first cast is instant. You'll need 30 seconds to kill every single fighter at the cost of 0 energy, whilst doing literally no targeting, no focus, no concern whatsoever. Think how long your typical Railjack mission is. Now think how long 30 seconds is and realise you're complaining about absolutely nothing. Seriously, you've got to kill the cruise ships first, before the mission's going to be over. What are you concerned about? If the cruise ships are still alive, you've got time to cast Seeker Volley still. Because you're not using Seeker Volley to kill cruise ships. If you're doing that, you really are doing it wrong. What's up then, Ragnos? What have you figured out? There we are. This is a much better vantage point. Why does it seem like there's a bunch of enemies just sat over here doing nothing? What's going on here? What is this? Oi! Fine, if you want to do nothing, do nothing. I'm going to get extra bonuses from sleeping earlier. There's going to be another group over this way. What? So they're in another fire bubble and then they just stop. This is one of the weirder bugs I've seen, not going to lie. Standard lure defense experience? I mean, I'll be honest, it's been a very long time since I've done this mission, but I've not seen that on this tile before. Yeah. That's true, Crow, yeah. That is true. If you've got an NPC crewmate assigned to turrets and you've got actually half-decent turrets and decent crew, the fighters won't even begin to be a problem. Your NPC crew will just kill them. Seeker Volley at that point is more of a filler. The downside is, of course, you don't get the affinity for those kills, because it's done by the NPC crew. But if you're really concerned about the length of a mission, either you've got people in the squad not pulling their weight, or you're wasting NPC crew slots on, I don't know, engineering, when you really don't need it. One engineer, rest on turrets, job done. Yeah, that corpus behavior, hiding, not even hiding, just stood there. That was weird. That is not a common sight. If you've seen it loads before, yeah, if you could recreate that, absolutely file a bug report on that one. I mean, Ragnos, if you blocked the transaction for your subscription, then yes. Otherwise, that wouldn't be it. That only applies if you block the transaction for your sub. Which is better for crew, Kubelich, or Sistra Parvos? Neither. If you're using them for crew, you are wasting a crew slot. Seriously, you are wasting a crew slot. Oh, now where is this one? Yo! Adamite, thank you very much for gifting a sub over to Ragnos Prime there. I appreciate my dude. Ooh. Cheers. And that confirms for us then, Ragnos. There you are. I don't believe you can be gifted a sub if you're currently subbed. I don't believe you can be gifted that, so there we are. Your sub must have just run out. Yeah, there you are. You got sub badge and everything now. I just overshot that whilst looking at chat. That was dumb. Hi! Oh. Right, yes, Sorty, Evara, no cloak. That was dumb. That was really dumb of me. Can someone just shoot him already? Whoops. But yeah, that is really weird. So the enemy was even... its AI was still working. And it proceeded to shoot me to death, as it should, but it was still just kind of not realising it had anywhere to go. That is odd. Let me just set up a zip wire here. Thank you. Lovely jubbly. Back to mass murdering. So Ragnos, basically, from what I can tell, is that either you subscribed, then cancelled the transaction, which I'm surprised your account wouldn't be banned for that, or more likely you subscribed and then you left it basically a month to announce that you just got the subscription, and so you announced it the day before it ran out. Did you guys announce it when you announced it? That's how people actually manage to seem to resubscribe on stream consistently, is because you get to decide when to share you've resubbed. Because otherwise an automatic resub, you just lose a message every time. You'd never get the opportunity to do it whilst you're actually on stream. Better, I got better. Oh, I see, Rainover, I see. So, basically, it's because the enemies were trying to target someone who is currently untargetable that it's failing. Which means, if I don't cloak, things should go better, right? If I don't cloak, these next couple waves shouldn't have the issue. Is that what we're saying? That invisibility on just one player is breaking the entire mission. Honestly, that sounds stupid. How is that designed that way? I mean, I believe you, I trust you, because you have researched AI in this game quite substantially, from my understanding, so, yeah. That's a funky one. Yo, Snore, giving out 5 subs here in the community. Cheers, my dude, on that. Thank you very, very much. Huh. Excuse me whilst I just run on the zipline so I don't die whilst doing that. Cheers, knees. That's gifted out to Peace Rony, to Atari Hell, to IM02, to James Warframe, and to Gilelix. My dude. Cheers indeed. Alright, let's clear up these enemies. Where are they? There's one. Just a few more in this wave left. I mean, I say a few, there's actually quite a few around. We'll crack it through them. You also have an invisible Enviro? Well, if you take your Enviro out of invisibility for a bit, we'll see if any enemies just decide to sit still forever. I see a bunch over this way. Is anyone currently invisible? Zeppelin Rage isn't. He only isn't. I can't. Who am I looking for? Oh yeah, it's just all of us. You're not even in my mission. Of course, we know about that. You're having the connection issues. So yeah, these... wasn't even reacting to my presence. Oh, pets are just murdering themselves. That makes sense. There we go. And just a couple more that are trying to get their way out. This is weird. Okay, so we didn't actually have anyone invisible there, and it still was happening. Means they were seeking a different person when spawned, but none of us were invisible at the end there. I was checking, none of us were invisible. In fact, I'm the only person who can go invisible, and I wasn't invisible. So that wasn't it. It wasn't the invisibility. I'm gonna cloak up this time. Oh, never mind, too late. I got procced. I'm a little bit lost as to what was happening there. But it's not what I thought was happening. At least that much we can say. It was not just pure invis. But we're cracking our way through. I'm just going to leave Beard with that conversation with Ragnos. I'll leave you guys discussing that. Oh, dear, that was nasty. Don't pop that on me, thank you very much. Let's see, we got peaks there, peaks there, peaks there. All right below me, apparently. Oh, wait, no, it's a red dot on my ally's hound. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense. Someone's hound has a red marker on it. Watch left, there's one over there. This guy... Yep. There we go. Probably should have brought a Brahma thinking about it. That would have been a lot faster, but we're here. Oops. That jump. Mistake. Come on. There we are. Now, I'm just going to tap that down. Ta-da. And that... Oh, no. It's not mission done. We got this guy. We got the Bursa. Just now melted. And... there we are. Do we need to convert these for it to count? I think we need to... No, wait, no. There's another enemy off to my left. Oh, there's another group of... Oh, it's done it again. Let's just take these ones out. There we go. We're saying same AIs recycle, and if they die while in a broken state, they remain broken. Okay. Is it just these last ones? It looks like he's just these last ones, yeah. Yeah, there we are. Well, that was a bit of an odd defense. That was more than a little bit odd, but we got there. We got there in the end. Comes to something when you have to hunt down the enemies for the defense. That took us 18 minutes. Yikes. Yeah, Nasaruk only. With non-nuke frames. Not ideal for doing that mission quickly. Not ideal. But we're on to our third and final mission. It is the assassination. And for this one, Freezing Worm has decided to give me a Rhino. Alright, let's grab Rhino. They are a suitable frame for this kind of thing. Send you an invite? I mean, you want to send me a message? That's how this works. Exclamation mark join. I don't know your username, but you should know mine. Yeah, we'll just run with this stuff as is. I can't be bothered to change that one up. I can be bothered to change this one up. There we go. Alright, let's get cracking. Third and final mission of the sortie, which of course means, guys, the prediction is going up now. What reward do you think we'll get from this sortie? Is it going to be a NASA Sculpture? Is it going to be a booster? Is it going to be a River mod? Is it going to be a Former? Take your picks, take your guesses as we head on into this third and final mission of today's sortie. And if you don't know how to do that, just grab the little blue spanner icon at the bottom of your chat window. That's where you can make your prediction. Are we going to be able to use bow in this part, or do challenges stay? No, you can use anything else now. Can it use any weapon now? The challenge only applies to a specific mission, so we're now onto Xmas Stronghold, which means it's going to be a lot of Xmas. That's all that means. It'd be interesting if these conditions did stack, mind you. Can you imagine that? You start off with the Elemental Enhancement, then it becomes Elemental Bow, then it becomes Elemental Bow and Xmas. Ooh, that could get spicy. That could definitely get spicy. Haven't gambled in a while, can't wait to lose all your spanners. That's a spirit. That is absolutely spirit. I imagine if the very first one was a radiation sortie, like, oh crap, the entire thing's radiation. Hey, congrats on getting a Panzer. It's the glitch. The glitch. The glitch. Which glitch? But if you're dropping it, I'm going to start the mission. If you've got something glitched, we're just going to run the mission. If you need to leave the game, just leave the game. Has a few Roombas? Yeah, just a couple. Just a couple. There we are, they've popped off. Alright. Let's get cracking. As we can see, Xmas Stronghold, the first two enemies we see, first 3, 4, 5 enemies we see are all Xmas.
Their newest animal-like proxy is an unrelenting hunter.
Imagine being one of the non-Xmas units in Xmas Stronghold. You're just like, did they actually need us here?
Our operatives have identified at least 4 different variations of the hyena model, each with a different specialization and arsenal of attacks.
Let's add a roar to this. And let's start dealing some damage. Damage done. Alright, let's go. Job done. Massive assassination, you know. Xmas Stronghold, all that difficulty. Job done. And of course, using a high yeet through Arcane Acceleration as well. Yep. That was a lot faster than defense.
Let's get out of here.
That was literally 1 minute and 5 seconds all told. That includes loading screen. That's a little bit faster. That's more like what a sortie mission should be. So, yeah, to those of you who guessed on the Anasta Sculpture, only 6 of you guessed this one. Well, you guessed absolutely correctly there. You're looking at a 10-fold return on your spanners this time. 1 Anasta Sculpture coming in. So we had a lot of gambles on Riven, Kuva, Endo today. Ooh. 2 losses right there. And I have a new message. Is it Angie? Yep, it's Angie. My actions have consequences. Those consequences are I'll get another Dread Blueprint. So rough. Don't know what I'll ever do. Alrighty, but there we are. Sortie out the way. Let's focus on getting some gear. Now, I've already done every Warframe I can access. 85 out of 85. They're done. They're sorted. So, next thing to look at then. I don't want to be looking at primes today. Just, we do a lot of relic cracking, so I'd rather not be looking at primes today. So, let's see. Ambassador I've already got in the oven. That's a prime. Bratton Vandal. Bratton Vandal. Where do we get that one from? I have Bratton Vandal receiver so far. Okay. So, let's see. ESO, is it? Oh dear. What do we actually need to do for that then? Bratton, Vandal. I'm just going to wiki it real quickly. Because that's easier than anything else. Bratton, Vandal, Acquisition. Elite Sanctuary Onslaught B and C. And the receiver here is B. Cool. Wow, that's going to be rough. Alright. Well, looks like we're doing some ESO. Looks like we're doing some ESO. So if you want to be joining in on some ESO, it looks like we've got 1 slot available at the moment. So send me a message in game. I'll bring you on into the squad. Let me just close off the current tabs so I know when a message comes through. And I guess if we're going to go ESO, I might as well bring the build that I have for ESO. Took you 6 months to get it? Ooh. Well, I'm sure it won't be that bad. I'm sure it won't be that bad. I mean, you know, stream a look after all. Just finding stuff I haven't got yet. Yeah, I'm working my way through. After all, I've got to get everything eventually, so I might as well get cracking. Let's bring 70% Envoy. Let's bring the... What do I want to bring? Let's bring the Rubico. If I find myself in a need to use a gun, I might as well use a gun that kind of hurts a few enemies a little bit. Little lot of it, and then later as my if I really need to start killing lots of stuff, and my Glaive Prime as I really need to kill lots of stuff right the hell now. That'll do it. And whilst we're here, I've got a bajillion focus lenses. Let's put one onto this. Let's put on a Lua and Nairu lens. That sounds good. There we are. We've got a nice mix of lenses here. Beautiful. Zenric, perfectly fine. I mean, Ragnos, if you go away for 2 minutes, that's what will happen. They do last 2 minutes. There you are, my dude. Come on in. I mean, fair enough, fair dude. There we go. We got our squad. We have got a Mirage, a Sarin, a Lavos, and a Wisp. Although, actually, I realise now that I picked myself a Mirage when I got told to use a frame, didn't I? Raptor wanted to see Wisp in action, so I'm going to completely redo my build. I'm going to completely redo it and have something far less suitable. That's a shame. Fuse Reservoir, that'll do us fine. Let's bring out then... Let's just bring out Blappage. Has this got Prime Sure-Footed? Yes, it has. There we go. Let's set the Bane to Grenier. Just roll with Mirage, it's fine. Oh, okay, there we are. Thanks, Raptor. You invite me to your ship? Not happening today, King Clay. Thank you very much for the offer, though. Not interested. This is not a ship visit day. This is a get stuff I haven't already got day. Envoy's Riven isn't worth? Oh, thanks for the advice, mate. I appreciate it. Good to know that my 10 Envoy Riven with its crit damage, crit chance isn't worth it. Yeah, good to know. How many spanners to pet my Roombas? I don't have that set as an option, so spanners won't get you there. You still haven't looked at Hema? I don't know if it's worth it, to be honest. I don't know if it's worth it. If you're in a solo clan or a clan that's just not got there yet, no rush, mate. Really, no rush. Alright, let's do this. Laserdisc, go! Wait, how did it... Because I switched off and switched back, I didn't switch to the... Wrong build. Because I didn't switch back to ESO build. I might just delete Pick a Frame. It actually annoys me. Because we get things like this happen. Or things like Snake Raider happen. I don't think I've ever really... No, that's a lie. I have seen it used correctly. I see Pick a Frame used correctly, like, as intended, I say correctly, probably about 25% of the time. Yeah. The rest it's either, hey, I like this frame. Like, oh, cool. Was there something specific you needed to see? Or, hey, Urali. The streamer hate Urali. Haha, funny. Jokes, bants. So smart. So cool. Yeah. Ooh. That's a lot of damage. That's even more damage. Please stop with the damage. Thank you. That is going to kill me. You there. Give me health orbs. Thank you. I can say it until I know the frame won't matter in stream. Thing is, we get a Q. We get a Q crow. Because people see button, people click button, people just button. We already said no troll picks, but honestly, I'm cold on the whole idea. It's not often that Pick a Frame actually achieves anything other than to say, hey, just we'll mix it up with this random thing at some point. Did I try Hildred Helminth with Mirage? I haven't tried every Helminth. Don't know if I've tried that one. Why would I try that one? More importantly, why would I? What does that achieve for us? An armor strip? Okay. It's a shield strip? Yeah. It gives some shields. Some Mirage, who cares?
I have opened a new data conduit. Proceed immediately.
I just don't see that one as a useful one for Mirage, to be honest.
Hurry, Hunter. The conduit is closing fast.
Yeah, I might just can it entirely, to be honest. At the end of the day, I don't think it really adds to the stream. If you want a stream that is ridiculous, that has constant, for example, text-to-speeches, that has all kinds of stupid BS, go somewhere where they appeal to 13-year-olds. You'll get that. If you want something practical, you join this stream. Because yeah, we got people wanting to tell me what to bring to this. No, I'm just gonna cancel and refund every picker frame. You're gonna take them all back, and I'm turning it off for good. There we are. The redeem basically says, hey, press button, get thing. I see. Let's get into that. This time I've got the build equipped. I mean, Ragnos, can you give a genuine reason as to how it was helping the stream? Not you. Oh, I didn't switch, apparently. Not you, not your feelings. Can you give a genuine reason how it helps the stream? It's better for stream's sake. No, that's tautological. That's not an answer. You've literally just failed to give an answer there and proven you don't have an answer. Good job. You see how this works? You see how this works? Every possible reason basically boils down to haha funny. Believe it or not, I am not pitching my stream at the under 18 crowd. So if you guys want to see a particular frame, if you want to see a certain build, if you want to see something that fits into what we're doing, yeah, then let's talk about it. Let's have an honest to God conversation about it. But I'm taking away the buttons. I'm taking away the buttons that say, create tiny little blip of problem here. I'm taking away the option to say, just cause an issue. I saw Leone, yeah. I'm not going to spend time on it because at the end of the day, it's a glitch I can't really help with. I saw your message. I read. If you really, really want to see a frame here, there are bits. That highlights messages. That gets your message announced. That shows that you are actually caring about the stream. If you really want to see something, you think, oh no, Ken, please. Please, put me above whatever you were trying to do today. Sure. If that's not interesting, if not bits, if not a tip to the stream, if not nothing like that, then I'm just... Okay, fair enough. I'm done with the trolls. I'm done with the pointless presses. Even when it's not supposed to be a troll, when it's just a case of, you know what, I like this frame, let me just see it. I haven't got a reason or rhyme or any idea, just grab this frame. Nah. The idea originally was, pick a frame, hey, do you want to see this one in action in a specific way? Do you want to see how this frame can make it work? Sure, let's work on that, but that's not what it's been. That's not what it's been. For 1 in 4 picks, that's what it's been. The rest of the time, it's been... button. I'm tired of that. Well, Ragnos, you said sad no, and then you gave that response when I asked you for a proper question. Fair enough. That's, you meant one thing, but you said the exact opposite. Cool. Do you think they'll allow content creators early access to cross-save for testing purposes and reviews? I have no idea about that, honestly, Corgi. I have no idea. DIV announced that at some point soon they wanted to look into the preliminary testing of stuff. They said that during TennoCon. But that is the extent of everything we know there. What I can say, more broadly speaking, is that usually when developers are developing such critical stuff, they typically apply NDAs to getting specific people in. Yeah. Well, Sensory Scroll, rule 1 isn't my rule goes. Rule 1 here is don't be a dick. point more broadly is that I am open to asking. I'm not the kind of person that goes, well, this is how it works and that's it, job done. If I can't make a convincing argument for something, then maybe it's not a good argument. And that's why I make sure to talk about things at length. Like I say with the whole picking of buttons, I don't just go, I'm done with it, and close it, and that's it. Have I heard of the weekly arc on Swordsy? I didn't know there was going to be weekly. I was aware from what they said at TennoCon and what they've said in press releases since then, that yeah, they are looking at putting in a different kind of Swordsy. Didn't know it was going to be weekly. This is such a brain-dead build. Like, I literally just leap around the map and press 4 when it runs out. Tomorrow's doesn't shut it down. It auto-targets the lasers. The damage just scales. Crazy. Want to see Steel Path quests? I mean, no, not really. Quests to me are more story progression, the development of the world. I don't see a need to make quests forced into hard mode, as it were. Not everyone wants to play the game on hard mode. If you're going to make a quest hard mode, there needs to be a damn good reason for it. And the only reason for Steel Path is players wanted harder missions. There is no real lore reason for it. Teshin, or now, I suppose, Ghost Teshin, whatever the rules are, basically just turn around and says, aha, yeah, you've done stuff, the enemies got stronger, they learned, and that's it. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. So unless they add a proper lore reason for Steel Path and all that lot, I wouldn't want to see quests with the Steel Path restrictions. What do I think of Veilbreak from the teaser? We'll see when it comes out. What we have at the moment is basically a 3D render of what could be a mode. We saw about as much about Veilbreaker as we did about Soulframe, and Soulframe hasn't even been put into alpha. We know nothing about it, so my opinion on it is pretty much nothing. Oh, I got stuck. Have they mentioned cross-plat trading? There hasn't really been any talk of that, to my knowledge, no. We don't know how it's going to work, so we just don't know. Will it be a strange situation like Rocket League trading? I don't actually know how Rocket League trading works, to be honest. You never seen this style before? Yeah, this one crops up from time to time on ESO. I think this might be some kind of defense style. But, yeah, it crops up from time to time. Yeah, I mean, we got more than a cinematic Atari. There was a press release put out, not press release, an interview put out, which did cover more detail. So they announced that they want it to be a free-to-play game, they announced more about the genre, about the intended storyline aspects. He apparently had an ability stop, and therefore has now got me timed out. That's not good. Yep, I just got a 15-second timeout on my ability. That's rough. Don't know why my 4 just stopped there, but that was rough. Yeah, I don't know why D decided to put just the trailer and then said nothing about it and left it to interviews. They might have had exclusivity clauses for those interviews for sponsorship reasons, or I don't know. It was a bit strange for them to leave out pretty much all of the detail and just give us a trailer in TennoCon. And yet the detail's been picked up elsewhere, including the detail as to what the pink shorts stuff actually meant. Because I know a lot of people started playing the game after I did, and I had no idea about the pink shorts either. That needed explaining to me. Yeah. A little bit odd. They announced it without announcing it and then said it elsewhere off platform, but they do stuff like that. Ragnos, it sounds like you're trying again to predict what Veilbreaker is going to be based off a trailer. Seriously guys, the best thing for your mental health in gaming is do not try to predict what games are going to be off of trailers. Look at reviews, look at gameplay once the game or game mode is released. Until it is released, it is nothing. Seriously, I cannot overstate how much of a benefit to your mental health that will be, not getting sold on futures. Tortellini, the way you get that information as a player is to follow news sites or news aggregation sites like Reddit, which is a terrible way to deliver news, I know. Do I think for a beginner that Kubelich fight that invisibility or Banshee Sonar is better? Invisibility. Banshee Sonar requires you to be able to actually take down the Lich quickly, because otherwise you are paper thin. Invisibility, you've got all the time in the world. Exactly, Cosmo, yeah. Speculation can be fun, but usually leads to disappointment. I mean, you just need to look at certain political hoo-ha in my home country to see what happens when people gamble on speculation rather than look at what currently exists. Yeah, won't go down that road too much because, again, not a political channel, but I've seen firsthand the dangers of overhyping speculation about what could be. And that happens all the time in gaming. Literally all the time. Can anyone say No Man's Sky? That's why I don't really give my opinion on, oh, what could be's, what maybes, what about this alternative? If it doesn't exist, my opinion is null. I'll focus on what does exist. As Peter saying, because of this, I think ribbons have changed quite a bit because of what? I think I missed a context there. Before you had to look for more damage, but now there's enough damage to look for useful stats. What your opinion on... Yeah, I've missed the context there. Something's been split up by other people's messages.
There is no conclusive evidence these data immortals possess memory persistence. They should retain no recollection of what you have done to them.
Still hoping to include Bruno's Unum Tower? Yeah. Hope away. I just said my bit on that, but hope away, sure. Don't even know what that is, to be honest. I mean, Sky's a comeback story of a decade. It's changed. It has changed significantly since its release. So much so that, honestly, what was originally released could be easily described as an alpha. Not even a beta is that far removed from each other now. But even then, the game that was originally pitched is quite different from the game that actually got created in the end. Certainly for those who are being sold on exploration, on limitless worlds to discover, yada yada, the exploration aspect of it is actually really flat. I don't know if things have changed in the last year or two. I can't remember what update it was. I last had a look and went, nah. But it felt to me they kept on adding everything except the original intent of the game. The inclusion of static base building, the inclusion of quest lines focusing on the minimal story that originally existed in No Man's Sky. But the procedural generation of alien worlds and the lack of biomes, that just continues to exist. What I kept seeing over and over with each update. I mean, they added in bloody racetracks. Before they had proper multiplayer sorted out, like one of their original promises, they had racetracks added. That really told me the direction they were going, which was anywhere but where they originally were going. When's the stream finishing? In about 2 hours, mate. But yeah, No Man's Sky, they kept putting in effort. Kudos to them. Lots of game developers continue putting in effort after releasing a good game. So at least it's something that No Man's Sky's developers didn't quit after releasing an alpha. Zepito, that was kind of the intent. The Galvanized mods were supposed to change primaries and secondaries to bring their power level up because melees were dominating basically everything. That was the intention, to shake things up, yeah. Need level 1000 enemies in Steel Path, free boosters, better rewards, radiant relics and sea waves. I mean, you lost me as soon as you started saying free boosters. You do remember this is a free-to-play game. I need to make money somewhere. Just because things are high level doesn't mean everything should just have every booster under the sun. That's where I do say, maybe you're asking just to have everything. Also, level 1000 enemies? I mean, that just pushes the boat out further. Part of the AoE meta has become because, at the end of the day, certain approaches work and everything else is slower. If we just scale up the enemies level even higher, then things just get even slower for everything but the sheerest meta. I don't really see that as a way forwards. The Warframe hit point and damage scaling for levels frankly leaves a lot to be desired. It's a progression game, but the way it progresses causes its own issues in that regard. Level alone doesn't really cut it. Also, I haven't actually checked, but what's the difference in levels between level 1000 normal Corpus unit and a Steel Path unit? What level does a Steel Path unit match or beat a level 1000 Corpus units on the normal mode? Correct, Sensory, yeah. If you just want to have high-level enemies, you can just go into endless missions. Disruption, in particular, scales very quickly. I believe one of the new Void modes also scale very quickly, if you really want to focus on that. I get some people don't want to wait a while for high-level enemies to spawn. Yeah. Ow, poop. I went out of bounds at the wrong time and I just ruined my ability. That's going to get a 15-second cooldown. Well, 15-second cooldown or not, we can just go through to the next side. And don't kill me. There we are, thank you. Oop, don't fall out of bounds. That would be bad. So I saw earlier, Leone. Congrats. Level scaling is a bad way to add difficulty. I mean, to an extent. Level scaling, typically, is more a counter to the fact that you have gained newer stuff. It's a progression-based mechanic. Pure and simple, it's just a progression mechanic. That's typically what level scaling is in any game. It says, congratulations, you got stronger, you are facing new threats, and as a reward, you will get higher rewards. This is done in virtually every game. I believe levels basically came from your tabletop games. You know, things like your Dungeons & Dragons, first bringing it around, like, well, yep, you've got more stuff, so you are higher level. But now the enemies are also higher level, which means they deal more damage and they have more health. Bada bing, bada boom. Cephalon Rage, no, this is the ESO build, which is Prism Guard. Check out my guide on Mirage on my YouTube channel for how this build is just so disgustingly good. I'm on 2,000 kills. Over 2,000. Compare that to 1,000 from Orthrum, Cephalon Rage, and a little bit less from Snore. Snore has Nidus, Orthrum has Wisp, Cephalon Rage has Sarin. I am getting twice the kills. I'm getting kills combined of a Wisp and a Siren in ESO. This build is strong. This build is ridiculously strong. Yeah, it's the same with levels. It's always been the way. It's always been the way of a progression marker. Now, part of that is in difficulty in creating higher thresholds to reach. But yeah, the other part of difficulty is in creating different types of challenges, opening up new threats. Oop, that's a nasty heat proc. But we got a Wisp with absolute stonk buffs, so it's not a problem. There we are. Yeah, Crown Ladybug. The Spy Vaults are a good example as to how difficulty can... Oh my god, that's going to hurt. There goes my energy. Yeah, the Spy Vaults are a good example as to how to add difficulty without just changing numbers. Absolutely. That is the best way to scale up difficulty. In Halo, I remember, for example, the way they scaled difficulty, they didn't just scale up the hit points of enemies or the damage of enemies. They changed how rapidly they fired, they changed their tactics, they gave them new tactics like how often they'd throw grenades or what type of grenades they would use. They added in different types of units, certain invisibilities or weapon attacks. They changed how accurate they were. They changed their reliance on cover. They changed their aggression levels. That was how Halo would balance enemies. But Halo only ever had to have 4 levels to worry about. They had the beginner, normal, hard, and legendary, whatever they call them. Do I run this build on Sanctuary Onslaught or Elite Sanctuary Onslaught? This is my Elite Sanctuary Onslaught build. This is my ESO build. As you can see, it bloomin' slaps. We got Raw for even more damage, and then just zzz, zzz. Its weakness is nullifiers, but if I stand close to a nullifier, you can see the bubble just collapses. It took a while there. I think my Sentinel was reloaded. My Sentinel will shoot down nullifiers, which actually shoots down their bubble. So just passively as I'm going around, my Sentinel is also trying to get rid of nullifiers for me. Because they're the things that survive, so that's what it targets. What's my opinion on Warframe specific mods? How do you mean Warframe specific mods? I'm not sure I follow what you're asking an opinion on there, and why you're saying people usually don't do it. Because if you mean augments, I'm literally using an augment right now. Also, I think we just did 8 zones. We can leave. A couple people didn't realise we just did 8 zones. Oh well, good luck. Yeah, augments, they're just another tool to use. Not really much to say about them. I don't like it when an augment is used to fix an issue with the base ability itself. My idea for augments is that they should produce something new for you. Not be a stat buff, not be making it where the ability is actually usable, but they change how it works. What would I recommend a new player focus on? The quests. If you focus on just going through the quests in Warframe, you will pick up most of everything else you need to care about along the way. For example, if you are focused on the quest, let's have a look at one randomly. Say, you look at your quest, you're looking at completing the second dream. Also, Swan Pringle, thank you very much for the gifted sub out to community there. Giving that over to Andrew. Swan Pringle, cheers, dude. Thank you very much for that. Let's say you look at the quest second dream. You make that one as the one you're trying to get towards. Okay, and I know that's a mid-level quest, mid-game quest, but don't worry about it. And you realize that you need to make your way up through stuff. Oh, well, there we are. That's a perfect example, actually, even earlier on. You get the quest, the Arcwing, by completing Mars Junction. So if you're trying to do quests, you see, oh, I've run out of quests. Where do I get my next one? Mars Junction. Pop, there we are. You then head on over to Mars, because you're heading over towards Ceres now. And you see that Ceres, unlocking it, it's got a few things for you to do. So you learn about those bits and pieces. Going over to Phobos. Phobos will give you the quest Stolen Dreams. You're making your way around. You're learning as you go. This one requires you to complete the New Strange. So you unlock that one there. You do the New Strange, which you unlock here. You do that one, that opens up this one. So you see quests continue to point you forwards. That one doesn't have a quest requirement, so you just can't make your way through. This one, yeah. This one you do the Natar quest, and in doing so, it unlocks the second dream once you complete this junction, and so on and so forth. So for a new player, focus on doing the quests. They give you so much in terms of what's actually going on in Warframe, a reason to be here, in terms of unlocking certain Warframes like Limbo, like Mirage, like Chroma. They're great. Every new player should be looking at just doing quests. Now once you've gone and done all the quests, by that point, you probably understand what's going on. By that point, you almost certainly understand what's going on in the game. If you manage to get through all of the quests and you don't know what Warframe is, you're not sure how to play, what to play, honestly, how? So, yeah, new players, quests, big deal. Very big deal. And every time you come across a quest which is actually really difficult, then you just find a way to improve your power. It's now giving you something to specifically do. What's the ticket thing for? Resmanu, if you do exclamation mark raffle, you'll get all the info you need on that. Exclamation mark raffle for the info. Alright, now I didn't actually check, what did we get reward-wise? Did we get a Bratton piece? No, we got a couple N11 relics, which I don't need. We got a V7 relic, which I don't need. And we got a D5 relic, which I don't need. You know what? I might get around to just buying Bratton Vandal. I might just buy those pieces. That's gonna take a while. Maybe not. Maybe not on that. Prime, Wartac, I think I've already got in my foundry. Prime, Simulor. Where do we get the Simulor from? Why have I got a message? Do you want to cycle different people in and kind of join back? No one's requested to take your place, Teflon Rage. Yeah, you come on. No one's asked to take your place. Alright, Simulor is Simaris. That makes sense. That makes sense. Let's head down there. There you go. Let's pop on down. There we are. We don't actually need to drag everyone down, but you know, it's fine. Sorry, I saw your Cora vid. I'm still confused how the targeting of a whip works. Where do I have to aim with a whip? So, Cora's whip. Actually, you know what? Very briefly, I'm gonna just drop you guys here, just for demonstration purposes. I'll grab you guys in a sec. Let me demonstrate real quickly for you, because I understand a few people are generally confused about Cora. So, hopefully, more than one person is here who actually needs to hear this. The way Cora's whip claw works is you throw out your whip claw to a distance to a point in your reticle. So it'll go as far as it can and then it explodes at the end of its reach. However, if something gets in the way beforehand, then it'll explode where it hits. So it can explode right on top of me, I can explode it over there, explode it most of the way towards that. You can see where the spark's kind of landing, not getting all the way over. So it keeps going to where you're pointing until it hits your maximum range. That's it. That's all the targeting. So the best way of dealing with clusters of enemies... 2 elite crewmen, let's do a little bit better than that. Let's bring in some heavy gunners. Let's have you and you and you and you. There we go. I haven't got my static on, so this will be a little bit less than ideal. You got this group of enemies. And you see, if I aim towards them, I'm actually missing. So aim at the feet. And you'll be a lot better off overall, usually. Okay. And of course, make sure you use your crowd control. Yeah. This isn't with the stats icons. This is actually terrible results, but that's what you expect when you just grab for demonstration purposes only. Oh yeah. I hope that clears that one up for you. I see, yeah. It's like using a rocket launcher. If you aim for the body, you're probably going to miss, and then you've just blown a hole in the side of the ship. Aim for the feet. Aim for the feet. Can I maybe demonstrate Lavos' fourth ability? Find it hard to do any real damage with it. No demonstration needed there, my dude. If you want to do loads of damage, you need to status prime your enemies. Every extra status effect doubles the damage. Not plus 100%, double. Simulor, 75,000. Right, okay, sure, yeah, let me just... Alright, we're gonna go scanning. That is best done without a group, so sorry dudes, we're gonna go do this one solo. With primers, yeah. So status primers, you use his third ability infused with a different status effect as well, use his second ability with a different status effect as well, all of that combined. Use the fact that his abilities proc status effects. You combine that stuff together, use status primers, use his signature weapon, the Cedo, bish bash bosh, you just got status effects everywhere. If, however, you don't apply the status effects, it will be a lot weaker. Take the core attack for more efficient completion. I don't want to be focusing on leveling right over, no. I'm focusing on gathering stuff. Leveling is far less interesting, to be quite honest. Far less interesting. So that's why I'm just focused on actual gathering. Alright, let's get this going. No. We'll bring Filmin. Alright, now I've grabbed Loki here because I have myself my Scanpog Loki, which is going to do the job just fine. And yeah, we don't need anything else. That's it, job done. Let's go. Yeah, always infuse an element whenever you're using Lavos. If you're not infusing an element, you are giving up half the damage. Every single time. Even if it's the same element, you are giving up half the damage. Always, always infuse an element. Sorry, I haven't noticed the hydrates. There has been a lot of messages. There's not even a hydrate on my screen right now, Max and Mad. That's how fast they've been going. Sorry about that. Cheers.
There is a large platoon of Grenier Marine stationed here.
Alright, let's do some scanning. Bop, bop. Bop, bop. Ah, you gotta love basically instant scans. And then we just killed them. Basically instant, and then just... Ah. Come on. Come on, for crying out loud. You would stop right there, wouldn't you? Thank you. Ah. Someone up here. Oh. Scan you, that's fine. I think I just got a darkness invis there, which is not a good idea. So let me just make myself visible, stand in some light. There we go. Much better. I want the damage bonus. Damage bonus gives me the scan speed bonus, as we covered in a recent video. You guys should already know about that, of course. It's no one over hydrate. Ah, I'm in a medicine. Cheers. How do I scan so fast? Because I'm using the details I showed in a recent video on how to scan really, really quickly. Check it out. Over on the YouTube channel. I don't think there's a link to it, Cosmo. I don't think I did a link for that one, just because I didn't expect people to ask about it, to be honest. Just check out the YouTube channel. It's done in the last few videos. Better to go over the details in the guide there than me to just talk it out. But I'm not going to stand and do a demonstration here. I'm literally trying to get this scan because I want to finish up my arsenal. Uh-oh. Can I show you Fairy Grendel? Nah, not today. Not today. I think I'm swinging my glaive to just cut these guys in half. Like, I'm not even throwing the glaive. This is BS. Oh, BM, sorry, not BS. Well, it is BS too. I'm using the glaive as an honest-to-God melee right now. Don't mind me, I'm not here. Let's scan you. Nearly instant. Not quite an instant scan at the moment. It gets to instant when you've got a max strength Mirage. But here I'm getting the bonus of being invisible, which is much more important. Is Eclipse better than Raw? Depends what you're doing, my dude. If you're doing scans like this, then yes, Eclipse is better. Eclipse is the only ability you can cast that will meaningfully increase the scan speed for you. I think Octavia's metronome ability, if set up correctly, can also give you a buff, but Eclipse is just the way to go. Eclipse is just the way to go. Scan. And of course I'm using a stealth here, so I get just loads more. Well, let's see. Raw is an all damage multiplier. Eclipse is added damage. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Raw is a faction damage buff, so that applies basically an anti-faction bonus to everything, which allows for double dipping on status builds, whereas Eclipse is a direct multiplicative buff independent of any and other all bonuses. Raw is not a direct multiplicative buff, it is faction. Eclipse is not additive, it is separate. What does that mean? Check out my damage calculation guide, Ace Twitch. If you don't understand these terms about how damage is being calculated, you have to check out the damage calculation guide on my YouTube channel. I've not invented the terms myself, it is just part of how DE math works, but if you don't know what's going on there, you really should be checking out that guide. Because without it, you will never, ever understand how damage works in Warframe. If you don't check out that guide or something similar, let's face it, there's nothing similar. Even the next best option is reading a wiki at that point. Without it, you will never understand how it works in this game. Captain Lonesong, nope, you thought wrong. Eclipse does not work like a damage mod added to a weapon. It's not like Serration, it's not like Prime Pressure Point. Absolutely, completely different. You are confused. Emerald, we just told you what gives you higher numbers. If you don't understand the answer, then you need to watch or read the explanation. That's what I'm saying to you, dude. If you only want the easiest answer whatsoever, go look up a build guide and just use the builds as written. Do not change them, do not try to make any edits because you literally don't understand them. If you want the easy way out, you grab the build guide. If you want to understand the answers as to why one thing is better than another, watch the video as to why one thing is better than another. You can't have your cake and eat it. If you want to know stuff, you have to learn stuff. Smack. It just had no idea, that guy. I just wiped out this entire room and he's just admiring a bloody vent. I mean, what did he expect was going to happen? A Mogus? I gotta be seeing that daily limit soon. Oh, doggy. Cute. Alright, that's these ones scanned. We can start making people fear for their lives. I want to scan them whilst they are not alerted. I get basically triple bonus, and that's always a good thing to have. Someone up there. Any more? Yep, that guy. That is this room done. Alright, let's get killing. Warframe's fairly easy on the map, not like EVE Online. EVE used to actually be easier on the map, I'd say. It got harder because they tried to simplify the UI, which was one of the stupidest changes I ever saw in a game. At least when it comes to UI mechanics. Because they went, players are struggling to understand radians per second. Let's replace it with a tracking value, which only means anything if you translate the tracking value into radians per second. They actually just made it worse. So rather than being able to look at the radians per second stat on a ship that's flying around you and just roughly approximate how good your tracking was, you had to memorize certain values that seemingly randomly applied. They were arbitrary. It was dumb as hell. Yeah, EVE could have been a lot simpler. They made it worse. All in the guys are just making it simpler as well. That's the stupidest bit. Not radiance, radians. It's like degrees. Radian is a way of measuring an angle of something. And a radian is defined that 2 pi radians, pi being the number of course, so 2 pi radians in total would equal a whole circle. So even if you knew English, unless you did mathematics to that level or physics to that level, you probably wouldn't have heard of radians. They're not something most schools cover or certainly give kids any reason to learn about. Wait, why are they all alerted? Someone set off an alarm. I didn't notice the alarm. 25,000, I need a little bit more. Damn it. And I just went invisible in the dark area. Ah, whatever, let's just kill them. You can see the difference going invisible in a dark area has on that scan speed. That is so much slower. Ugh. And again, because the alarm's been triggered, all of them are alerted as well. Ugh. I'm just gonna get out of this mission. This is all just wasteful now. Math in Warframe is simple percentage math? Well, kind of. Kind of. Because you've got additive, multiplicative, and absolute bonuses stacking together. You've got to take into account that there is damage type modifiers being applied left, right, and center. You've got to take into account limb, head, body multipliers, critical chance. If you're looking to status effects as well, you've got that to consider. You've got damage reduction, both normal damage reduction, scaling, or adaptive damage reduction. You've got armor damage reduction, variable armor values. You've got level scaling, affecting how much armor and health an enemy unit is going to have. You've got radial damage modifiers. How far is the unit from the explosion? That's another percentage multiplier onto there. Sure, yeah. All of it is simple in that each and every single calculation is simple, but the actual results are rather complicated. And that's just looking at damage calculation. If you want to say that Warframe math is completely simple, start having a look at the combinatory statistics used to identify how long it's going to take, used to calculate how long it's going to take on average to farm a Warframe, or perhaps every single Warframe in the game. Imagine going through all the different farming methods, the different drop tables, how some of them come from one drop table, so it's just a coupon collector problem, whereas others come from multiple independent tables, how some will come from multiple tables but not all independent. Yeah, now that gets funky. Oh, and yeah, of course, damage quantization, that's a thing as well. Yeah. Alright, you know what? I ain't doing another scan run because that got me 26,000. My daily limit is 31,000. I just... another 5, whatever. No, to say that Warframe's math is simple is actually an insult. It's an insult to everyone who is struggling with it, because it's not simple. If it was simple, there wouldn't be loads of guides explaining it all the time. It's not simple. It's simple enough once you know it. The actual bits and pieces involved in just direct damage calculation aren't really that complicated, but it's the fact that there's so many moving parts altogether. You compare to example Apex Legends, where if you shoot someone in the body with a longbow, you hit them for 55 damage. That's it, job done. You hit them for 55 damage. Nothing in Warframe is that simple. Alright, what we got? What we got? Sort by progress and then re-scroll. So we've said similar, we'll just have to get around to that. Sporothrix, where do we get Sporothrix from? Let's have a look at that one instead. This is why I don't have these bits and pieces, is because they all have multi-day farms. I will do it for a day and then I get bored and forget. That's what's happening there. Sporothrix blueprint and components can be acquired from level 50 to 60 Isolation Vault Bounties, normal and Arcana. The blueprint and all components can be traded. Well, that's good to know. Because I'm looking at some ugly drop tables here, not gonna lie. Is fleeting expertise worthwhile entertaining? It depends on your build. Depends on your build. Oh yeah, Crown Lightning Book. Don't get me wrong. Some bits people do cry about too much in terms of how difficult it is, but everyone's got their own experiences. Go on, I think it was when I was 10 that I started helping my mum with her mathematics. Not the other way around. I was the one helping her. I think I was 10 when I started being able to help her out with everything. So, you know, when it comes to things like critical chance, some people look at that like, but what does it mean? How can you have more than 100% chance? Because all they were taught in school is that a percentage stops at 100. You can't have more than 100. They've heard that in school, they've internalized, and they've stuck with it. That's what some people have. That's some people's knowledge of mathematics. It's only simple relative to something else. So, Arcana Vault. Let's grab some blappage, shall we? This should be ideal. What damage have we got on you? Radiation? Oh yeah, that'll get the trick done. That'll get the trick done. Alright guys, we're gonna go do some vaults for a little bit. Thank you, Beard. Starting 2 seconds in. Beard! Beard! Couldn't get rid of the timestamp. And you say more than 100% chance is not really any level mathematics, it's just Warframe's interpretation. I don't know what you mean by that, Elio, because it's literally mathematical. Like, I don't know what else you could mean there. I mean, it's certainly not poetry. Not painting. Alright, we're going to head over to Deimos. We're going to go crack open some vaults. So guys, if you would like to join in on a little bit of vault cracking, just send me a message in game. I'll bring you into the squad. First come, first serve. I don't care if you've been in the squad or not already today. Literally just first come, first serve. Whilst I go get this started. I fell in yes, but no, because Warframe. In that case, it's not a multiplication. Instead, it's representation of probability. That you are guaranteed to have something occur, and then also have an additional chance of something else occurring. It's a re-expression of probability. Not just a direct multiplication. But sure. And if that sounds like I'm overcomplicating it, it's not overcomplicated, it's just how it works, which is why people struggle with it. Question, is Leighton better crit or status against Acolyte? Against Acolyte's crits, what's status going to do for you? The Latem fires quickly in its high damage mode. It fires rapidly, and you can only get a max of 4 of any given status against an Acolyte. 6 if it's impact, and 0 if it's viral, because exceptions. So state is actually a bad result for Acolytes. Against Acolytes, you want to be either just going all in on the direct damage that you can with the non-crit non-status, or because of their damage resistance, the way it works in Acolytes, a crit build actually kind of does more. But your average damage then will be lower against everything else. Alright, so the bounties we got. Livler is joining us, there you go. Let's see. Now, which one of these... It's the high level one, isn't it? Yeah, the 50-60. This is the one we need for Sporothrix. Sporothrix Receiver, which it doesn't say I own? Yeah, I don't have this one, so that's good. That's something I need. This probably explains why I don't have Sporothrix. If the rewards are locked behind rotations like this. I always hate those kinds of rewards. Because sometimes you just go up to them like, oh, you're not allowed this reward. Come back in 2.5 hours. We might have it then. Yeah, exactly, Darfanian, yeah. It is... Percentage is mathematics. Just argue otherwise would be disingenuous at best. How did you join again? Do you mean how do you join? Or if you're looking to join the squad, ! Join. If you mean something else, Hatari, try again, because I don't understand otherwise. Is crit on Latem viable? It's going to be lower DPS generally speaking, but it will be higher DPS against enemies which are weak to crits. Because you can take it to a much higher level. But that does require significant investment in order to get that result, even against most enemies that are weak to crits. But yeah, crit Latem is kind of viable. For the majority of all content, the vast majority, the non-crit Latem is better. Just is. What kind of investment? So, for example, you'll be looking at... just bring up your Latem. Look here at the moment. You'll notice I'm just focusing on damage and the relevant elemental types to fit it all in. I've got some status blocks built into it here because statuses can be helpful. They can be. First of all, Quintus, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs to the community there. Quintus, thank you very, very much for that. Oh. Cheers, that's going out to Jave, to Night Rider, to Cultus Elevated, to Copyable Oak, and to Purifer Org. I have no idea if I pronounced that last one correctly. I probably haven't. Quintus, thank you, my dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, with this build here, you can see we got the slots focused on just trying to get as much damage in, elemental damage, and multi-shots as possible, with a little bit of fire rate over here. That's the focus. If you wanted to go for a crit build, one question at a time, Emerald, one question at a time. If you wanted to go for a crit build, then you would not need to start putting in some critical mods, of course. You'd start putting in things like Prime Target Cracker, you put in Creeping Bullseye. The problem is, I'm already using up all of my slots, so by doing that we are taking out damage, just to then try and get critical damage. So already the gun is becoming weaker there, so you need to start investing in other ways. For example, you'd want to bring out... I'm taking it off here because I am using it later, but you want to bring out the likes of Arcane Avenger, you'd want to bring out perhaps Vault, give you a shield for crit damage bonuses there, maybe use a Harrow, that kind of stuff. And also Snore, thank you very much for the 2 gifted subs out to Spider-Fan and to Monkachief. Cheers, my dude. Oh. Appreciate it a lot there. Thank you very much. Also, just look at this here. Quintus, when did you gift a total? You've reached a total of 214 subs gifted. What the hell, dude? That's mad. What about Jaya? Jaya's a much weaker version, but sure if you want to. Jaya will not give you loads of good crits. But if you want to use them, go right ahead. It just will be a lot weaker than most other sources of crit frames.
My son will no doubt.
Alright, bounty, bounty, bounty. Grab the tier 3. Let's get cracking. Quintus, thank you very much for the 2 gifted subs. Are you two fighting for the top 1 again? Are you doing this again, guys? Quintus, thanks for 2 gifted subs out to Mark and to Leto. It's like Leto. I see how that username works now. Cheers, Quintus. Alright, we'll just wait for Leonie to load in and accept the mission. We'll be good to go. Not fighting with Adam Alec this month? I mean, fair. You gotta pick your targets, haven't you, Quintus? You gotta pick your targets. Rather, I think Adam Alec is carefully picking theirs. Hello, Saklama, how are you doing today? There we go. Everyone's ready and loaded in. Let's get this done.
Much has been hidden from us.
Need to wait for your paycheck next month? I get you, dude. I get you.
Must surely contain the deepest and darkest secrets.
It depends on what bits and pieces you want, Snore. At the end of the day, the Quintus doesn't have the highest level. What's it? Oh, what do I call it? Yeah, the highest level of supporter rank on the Discord. He's got the tier 3 subscriber rank, absolutely, but that's not the highest level supporter rank. Plus, you might be a moderator there, but that's different.
So the infestation's got the entrance to the ice.
You know who's got that title? The highest supporter rank on the Discord? Actually, Rainuva.
The infestation is strong, but stupid.
So you can always pick a different competition, you know, dude. Depends on what you're looking for. I'm going to go this way because I saw someone going the other way. So let me go grab the bits and pieces over this side. That is, of course, Quintus, not to diminish all of your support to the channel, though. Not at all. Just making a comparison. Thanks, Akbana. Oh, I've been flying here, but someone already grabbed the pieces. Let's check over here for some. There it is. Oh, nope, they got all that as well. We need more game. There's not enough. We need 3 more bait. There's probably... Was there some here? I saw a marker for a second, but no, apparently not. There we go. Should be. There it is.
Now we just need a jug to mash everything together.
What's more annoying, Carnis or weird geometry? Not sure.
You're all right, Doc.
Be on the lookout for infestors.
Yo, Captain Lunsong with the 100 bits and gets scammed.
Don't let them disrupt the process.
Okay. I don't see anyone here getting scammed, but sure. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. I appreciate it. Although I do see that you have kicked off a hype train, which is already on level 3 somehow. Uh-oh. That's concerning. I mean, no, there's nothing that could go wrong there. Absolutely nothing could go wrong there. What are we talking about? Oh, I've still got this set to aim for Corpus, haven't I? No, it's the infested. They die anyway. They die anyway. I am going to get the Latum charge, though. Because I want to use the Latum against the Necromech. Let me see if I can find some enemies to charge this on. Where is the head on the... Oh, that was the head. Okay, that was perfect. Got a lot of charge there. There we go, fully charged. Alright, we'll save the Latum charge now, or once we're up against Necromech. So I want to see how good the Latum is there. I'm curious.
You're all right, Doc.
Quintus with the 35 bits. Did somebody say hype train? We are indeed on a hype train, my dude. We are indeed on a hype train, and I think you just took us up a bit there. Oh my, you've got a 100,000 bit badge. Quintus, what the... What? Wow. Oh, I think someone grabbed it. Yeah, LiveBlaze grabbed it. That's good. Oh, that yeet potential is amazing. Quintus, that is an absolutely insane badge you got there. Wow. Cheers, dude. Latum destroys the Necromechs. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for in a moment. Haven't tried it yet, but would you happen to know if the heavy teleport melee mod works with Zoris? I haven't tried it either, actually. So no idea. Wish I could inform you, dude, but I genuinely have no idea either on that one.
But they will be inaccessible until the toxicity has been reduced.
Speaking of Deimos Infested, how do you deal with Thrashers? They keep murdering my ISO runs. Thrashers? These guys. You shoot
You're
them.
all right, Doc.
You shoot them. Quintus, thank you very much for the 200 bits as well, dude. Cheers. Ooh. Appreciate it once again. Just a reminder as well to those of you who have gotten hold of a gifted sub from either Quintus or Snore today. Or for anyone else for that matter, there's actually been a few going around. If you have got yourself a gifted sub, make sure you do connect with your Twitch and Discord accounts to get access to the supporter Tea Lounge the entire duration of your subscription. You broke Twitch, it's stuck at saying expansion 200 bits. It's possible, Quintus, you might be at the peak of them. I don't know if there is a... Is there a badge after 100k? I genuinely don't know if there is a badge after 100k. It might be that, or it might just be a Twitch bug. Refresh might fix that. You can't hit anything with Core's first ability. Are you dumb? You're probably not aiming at their feet, Faded Lena. If you aim towards the body of enemies, you're almost certainly going to miss, and your shot will go past them and explode behind them. Aim at their feet. Quintus, not Quintus, sorry, my bad. Snore, I just defaulted to Quintus now, I'm so sorry. Snore with the 5 gifted subs, bring themselves up to a total of 70 here. Thank you very much, my dude. Gifting that out to Natboy, to Surudzin, to Ketchko, to MG Joker, and to Ruse. Cheers. Ooh. Now, before they kill all the Necromex, I want to test. Let me activate. Come on, kill it, and it's dead. Did I kill that? I think I killed that. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Oh, and Quintus giving out another 5 gifted subs, continuing the challenge. That's going out to Cyanide, to Savias, to Dynasty, to Ed, and to Karmix. Quintus, thank you very, very much there for the 5 gifted subs as well. And, yeah, you've finished level 5 high chain. Oh, well, there it is. There it is. Oh dear. Why hearts? Because he loves the channel. That's why hearts. He loves the channel. I mean, who wouldn't, you know? Who wouldn't? Well, that killed it. That killed it. There we are. Alright, we just need to find and do the vaulty bit now. Oh, and there's a ribbon sliver. Sweet. Nice. Stream keeps lagging out because of all these subs. How does a stream lag as a sub? That's a new one. I heard that one before. First time we see hearts with gifted subs. Wow, you know, Quintus is lovely like that, aren't they? Quintus is lovely. Gonna call it there on the War Snore. We hit a level 5 trade. Okay. No, right, Snore doesn't agree. Snore doesn't agree. Snore, thank you very much for the gifted sub out to a modest Espion. Cheers. And Swarm Pringle as well, with 1,000 bits. Not 100, but 10 lots of 100. I'm trying to find my way around here, but I'm completely and utterly distracted. I ain't going to stop you. Thank you very much for the 1,000 bits there, Swarm Pringle, as well. Continuing the long support here. Oh, and they marked something, so I'm going to guess they found it. Stream lagging for you too? Oh dear. Cheers. Yeah, let me just check my side real quick. Let me just check my side real quick. Once I get to a spot that's not being blown up by enemies. There we go. Let me check. Is everything stable? Yep, no dropped frames. Green connection, green, excellent green. Everything's stable on my side, guys. If this Twitch stream is lagging, it's either you or Twitch. It ain't me. Everything is stable, and even Twitch is telling me I'm stable. Ain't nothing I can help on that one. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you for the support on the stream today, guys. It's been incredible. That means, as and when the hype train wraps up in 1.5 minutes, those of you who have contributed are going to have a discussion about what you're doing to me now. Because we've made a little bit of a thing about it. Those who contribute to a level 5 hype train get to decide what's done to what frame next. 1% away. We're at 268%. We're right the way through it. Because Swan Pringle just gave out another 5 gifted subs to the channel here. Go out to Trildar, to Haye Geneva, to Hookson, to Captain Lonesong, and to Nichaim. Cheers. To all of you guys, you're absolutely wonderful. I've lost track of where Lloyd is. I keep on stopping and he keeps on drifting slowly forwards. And Mr. Frank Archer gifting out a sub to Faded Nina as well. Frank Archer, cheers for adding in to the hype train there. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate it. New challenger appears. I mean, Swarm Pringle, you got your work cut out for you. They've had the rest of July so far. They're fighting over the end of July stuff. You got your work cut out for you if you want to go for that. Oh, Swarm Pringle with the Hydrate as well. That's the last bit of tea gone. Right at the end of the hype train, that is the last of the tea gone. Oh dear. People are trying to get me to drink enough, so I need to go to the bathroom. I mean, this stream has trained me to have a better bladder, I think. The amount of tea you guys get me to go through, I think this stream has genuinely trained my bladder to be stronger than it used to be. Would not surprise me if that was the case. Where is the head on this thing? Where is your face, mate? I'm trying to shoot your face and it does not seem to happen. What? I don't get it. I'm gonna go shoot something else that has a face. My word, you guys are absolutely so kind. In fact, Hawk, did you... No, I think I might remember your name from somewhere else. But in any case, thank you very, very much, you guys, for the support on that. Now that the level 5 hype train is concluded, everyone who is part of that hype train there, y'all gotta get discussing. Y'all gotta get discussing as to what change you're voting on. What Warframe am I amending? What former are we applying? Rexus adapter? Or something else entirely? What are we doing? The face of the legs or so? Oh, are they like a mower in that sense? There we go. I keep losing track of that, guys. I'm too busy talking to you lot. Not that it's a bad thing. I do keep losing track of this little defense objective. Nearly there. There he is. We're back with him. Is he? You okay there, mate? Can you... There's someone... Whose Neckamech is this? Can you move your Neckamech? It's confusing him. Yeah, bruh, we got a roadblock. We got an honest-to-God roadblock. Please, the mission must continue. Please, I beg of you. This is actually some serious trolling. Oops, says Leone. There we go. As if that can actually... So you could just ruin a mission that way. Guys, don't learn anything from this. Please do not learn anything from this section right here, right now. Don't do it. No. Okay. Do not hold up your allies' missions indefinitely with this BS. Don't do that. Alright, what we got? We have got Curtains, Goat, Swiggles, Switch. Curtains, Goat, Swiggles, Switch.
2 attempts left.
Let you do what? You just got it wrong.
1 attempt left.
Don't touch a fucking thing. Okay. Woo, I thought I would have to just block someone forever there.
I hope you can find me useful.
I was maybe someone was trying to throw it there.
Expedition, I trust. You did well.
Oh.
A reward is an order for your
Hello, Louis. It's going all right. Thank you for asking. Welcome in.
There's so much more to be found. Things
Oops, sorry. I am an idiot, they say.
main gaze.
I mean, I don't have to say anything else on that. I don't have to say anything else on that. Alright, where is your face? Where is your face? Where is it? Right. Nope, is it? Tap, tap. And he's dead. Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna leave. I'm just gonna take my exit out of this one. Oh dear. This stream is suddenly not for educational purposes? Yeah, that becomes kind of necessary when someone accidentally starts teaching how to troll and to sabotage. Those are not good things to do. Those are not good things to be doing. Don't do that. I'm dipping out just because I don't want anything to bug out and cost people rewards. Great spot are the yellow things on its legs. But are those the headshots that charge up the latum? That's the thing. I'm not trying to crit, I'm trying to charge the latum. Is that where I'm supposed to hit it? Because that's the bit I was trying. I was shooting it all over as far as I could see and didn't gain a single bit of charge. So nowhere I shot seemed correct. Hello, Sassad. How you doing? Former for Bone Widow. Oh god. Oh god. We'll see what everyone else votes for in the level 5 discussion because we're gonna have to have that now. Snore saying I'll test in Simi. I can BRB. No, Snore. We need you. We need you. You need to decide. Aim is just bad? Wow. Rude. No beast. No Sporothics. Dang it. You forgot the order. Oh. Oh, I see. Right, well. Take care, Quintus. So yeah, those of you who contributed on that hype train there. So Mr. Frank Archer, Swamped Pringle, Snore, Quintus. Captain Lonesong. Have I got all the names there? Yep. That was the bunch here. So you need to decide. Y'all need to decide. Any tips on finding and fighting the Juggler's Rex for Necromech mods? I'll be honest. I fought it once. I can't remember the fight. I can barely remember the location. That's new to me. Where do you do that? Cancel songs. Right here, right now, in the Twitch chat. You guys hit a level 5 hype train. The last few level 5 hype trains, we, well, we modified Hydroid was the most recent one, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was Hydroid. Oops, I can't spell Hydroid. No, wait, no. Yeah, we added the X list to Hydroid, didn't we? Oh, was it Hildren? Hildren with the aura. Yeah, that's what it was. Never mind. My bad. Yeah, it was Hildren. Hildren, we added on an aura former. So you notice here we got the dash polarity. I can switch over to the Xeneric polarity. So we added an aura former to Hildren. I've still not got around to leveling her since. And in previous ones to that, we've also had, well, this. I've named this Twitch's fault for a reason. Mr. Frank Archer voting for the Bone Widow former. Alrighty. 5 former Bone Widow? Oh, no. You can't say 5 former, but you are voting for Bone Widow as well. So that's a few votes in favour of Bone Widow. That's a Euryale, right? That is a Euryale. That is a very high health Euryale. That is a 770% bonus health Euryale. Yeah, triple Umbral Euryale. This is Twitch's fault. And that's not one. You get one change, one addition, and it has been Umbral, Aura Former, Umbral on Euryale, and then the Aura Former on Hildren. This one, yeah, this one's been done to death. If you all vote for one former and Bone Widow, you can get me to max rank it. You don't get separate choices. That's not how this works, Swarm Pringle. You got one. And you've chosen, the majority of you have chosen Necromech, Bone Widow, a former. Now there is a problem with doing that. There is a problem with forming Bone Widow in that I haven't ranked it up yet. Which means I now have to rank it up to former it to meet your guys' demand. Guess we're doing that then. Yes, we're doing that then. I might as well potato it whilst I'm here. Sod it. Let's get modding. Put on some vitality. We got Necromech repair. We're gonna need Necromech rage. We're gonna need a steel fiber. Let's see. Sure, why not extra tank? Let's have a look then. I do like engines being great. Let's use that. Jump height is always nice, and we're done. Yep, gonna need formers now. Gonna need formers. I think a deformer is next. Although, actually, wait, no, I'll swap out that one. As much as it's a little bit shielded ice, I prefer to know where the enemies are. So we're gonna go with this, and then I'm just gonna have to level this up. Railjack survival, yep, that's where I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to level this up so I can do a Bone Widow former to meet the level 5 request. That's what I gotta do. So yeah, let's leave here. I'm not bringing you, Rayleigh. We'll fix that in a moment as well. Let's leave out of here. If you would like to join me on a Railjack survival going as long as it takes my Bone Widow to get to max rank, send me a message in game. I'll bring you on into the squad. I'm going to close off these current tabs. So if you want to be part of that, just send me a message. First come, first serve. And whilst we get ready for that, then. Oh dear. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about you guys getting me to do this? You have no idea about this. I've not shared this with anyone, but in the next video coming out, I specifically, as part of it, call out the fact that I have not leveled up the Bone Widow. So it's as if you have read my mind as to what I have tried not doing, what I have actively avoided doing or been too lazy to do, and gone, nah, do it anyway. Aren't the mechs just a form of sinkhole? I mean, isn't everything? So yeah, you are going to put a video actually partly out of date before I've even released it. You monsters. I'm not going to change it though. To let you guys have your moment, I'm not going to change that bit. You can mock that one in the comments as and when it goes live. You have fun with that. You're inside my head. You're inside my nightmares. So if you hype train enough, you can get 5 former Bone Widow. If those who join you on the train vote for it, yeah. Because a hype train requires a minimum of 3 people. So there's always a minimum of 3 people voting on what happens. Snore saying, just check the Latham headshot on the Dame of Saxon. It seems to not have a head. What do you mod the Bone Widow for? Survival. Survival, then casting stats once you got the survival covered. Pretty much. Also, if you're modding Bone Widow, it's because you don't want to use the Void Rig, so I'm going to hope you're in a mission where the Void Rig, or where the Bone Widow can actually handle, basically. Alright, it looks like it's Elio and me heading into Railjack. Let's do this. Let's do this. We're going to go to Vale Proxima because why not? We're just going to flex on them. Top level. Oh, there we are. Massive Legend joining us as well. Thinking about it. Oh, you want to do Neptune? Oh yeah, we'll go do Neptune then, man. We'll do Neptune. Specific request, I'll take it. Yep, sure, come on in. There we are. First come, first serve. Do I have the correct Morsey on? Radiation, that'll do just fine. The only? Cheers. Alright, so we're going to go to the Neptune Survival as a requested one. Neptune Survival. Let's do it. We're not going to do the Void Storm, we're just going to do normal Survival. Tortellini, it's kind of concerning that's where your brain went. Orzelon. Swarm, are you going to start trying to mock my accent? Like, just because you gifted a couple subs here, doesn't mean you get to start mocking my accent. Alright. Rule 1 is still in effect. I don't care how much cash you throw at this stream. I've timed out Quintus many times before now. 4 start? Ah, yeah. The one needs a 4 start. There was a message. Sorry, Moon. You're too slow on the draw. We've got a full squad. Eliu, Massive, and Hatari beat you there. Too slow on the draw, my dude. We're full up. I don't know why I had a 20-second countdown, but okay. It's a... thanks, Warframe. A countdown longer than some capture missions. So, yeah. Let's do some surviving. You weren't mocking? Okay. Okay. Was that single player? Not anymore. Sorry, dude. You still are too slow. Alright, let's get cracking on this, shall we, guys? Let's get our objectives going. We need to get to the Corpus Pillar first. Destroy security nodes and nothing else. Oh, no one even needs to get off the ship. Oh, this is easy.
All units prepare for shield resonance amplification. Tether power plant.
There we go. And just this last one over here. Job done.
I want more firepower.
That, I think that might actually be the quickest I've ever had. The intro to a mission.
That railjack can't hold
No side objectives, no cruise ships, just... Bop.
Ship reinforcement has arrived.
Damn.
Priority
That was
targets.
perfect. That was the best I've ever seen.
Capital ship.
What is get 2035? It means you get timed out for 2,035 seconds. In reference to DE's permaban, which is until the year 2035.
Raids the ship for supplies. Ready?
That was bonkers. Alright, which way are we going? Come on, Lotus. Which way does the mission want to go?
They're trying to choke you out. Hold on.
This way.
Sending auxiliary life support.
Wherever this way is.
intercept those
There we go.
any damage they cause will be deducted from
And let's go. Now, I don't actually know the abilities of Bone Widow because I specifically avoided leveling a second Necromech after fully leveling one. I just unlocked Maiden's Kiss, apparently, which had the symbol for invisibility, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't have that. Ah, yes, that is the stabby, right? There we go. And then I can launch that. Okay. Stabby. Oh, and Freezing Worm just got 2035. Well, see you another time. See you another time, I suppose. Or at least enjoy the next 34 minutes. Yeah, Moon. Sorry on that, dude. That's why I say it's often best to message as soon as possible if you're looking to join groups, even if I'm in the middle of a mission, or in the middle of doing something else, because then you are right there in the queue. Because let's face it, no one wants to sit here for 10 minutes waiting to get a squad. That's not fun. Another time, Moon. Another time. For all the differences in Necromechs, though, the fact that you can just kind of use the Morsey and just whap, it's always fun. Come at me. You can't be in game and watch stream at the same time? Oh, I see. Yeah, that is a certain difficulty there, unfortunately. That is a certain difficulty. I know at the end of the day, there's going to be technical restrictions that make certain ways of joining impractical for some people. Some people just can't join because they don't have Warframe on PC. Some people can't join because PC is currently being used to watch the stream. There are limits, unfortunately, now. Use Twitch on your phone sounds awful. I mean, yeah. Yeah, I've watched some Twitch streams on my phone simply because there was no other option. I was out of the house. It is a bit awful. I will say, though, that the YouTube streams are worse on mobile. On PC, honestly, I don't see any issue whatsoever with YouTube streams. They're just fine. But on mobile, YouTube streams are significantly worse than the Twitch streams, because of just how much space is taken up by the chat. If you're happy to close the chat, sure, but then you're closing the chat. Pain Chocolate exclusively phone viewer? Yeah. Yeah, that's just going to be painful. There's no fixing that, it's just pain. Oh, and my jaw is breaking again. Firing line! What does firing line do? Don't know. Let's try it again. Okay, it seems to lift them up. Like I said, I don't actually know much about Bone Window. Ah, it groups them together and disables them. That's what it seems to be doing. There we are, and then you can do that kind of thing. Caliban Fusion Strike, it doesn't look to be that, no. That's different. Oh, pulls them in front if they're behind. Oh, I see. So it's pretty much a get over here ability, or get form up so I can kill you ability. And then also the temporary disable. I see, I see. Tom Pringle saying, typically don't follow chat too often. Came from stream itself. Or came for the stream itself, I presume. And yeah, that's fair. You typically can see the chat on most streams anyways. That is also true, yes. I do have it on stream for a couple of reasons, not least of which, if you've got some massive delay going on, or if you're not sure if your messages are getting through, when it's on the stream, you can see it there. It also helps that people can then also see what I'm actually responding to. Sometimes, again, people have the chat closed, just not paying attention to it, and then I'll say something without reading the message. I try to avoid no context responses unless there's no need for the context. Usually speaking, if I don't give context, it's because you don't need it. It's not that important, the message. But still, yeah, having it on the stream does make it where basically chat's more integrated. It also means if you see your message come up but I still missed your message, I genuinely missed it. Sometimes it do just be like that. Alright, so I haven't unlocked Iron Bride yet, which is fine because I prefer guns. Even when melee was the meta, I always preferred guns. And we can see I am tanking absolutely just fine. Let me just reactivate this, because why not? Yeah, tanking like a dream. Where are the enemies? Here's a couple. There we go. On screen also helps for VODs. True, yes. On screen definitely helps for VODs, and that is another good reason to have them, is what I did say. It means I put faith into you guys in chat to not make me regret having you on my stream. I mean, I shouldn't see any reason to regret having you guys here. You're all sensible people. Snake Raider not included. Found Melimek to be disappointing. That's the common consensus I've heard, and is one of the main reasons I've just kind of avoided going through the effort of leveling. Yeah. What about gun melee? I mean, I still prefer using guns. Gun melee, as in gun blades, exalted sword, Baruk 4, basically comes down to either, lol, look, this melee actually has a gun, or, lol, look, as I swing this melee, I also cause gun-like projectiles to just go out. Neither of which are that interesting to me, to be honest. Gun melee is weaker than just guns or melee? I mean, not always. Depends on what you're trying to do. Guns did get significantly buffed, and then we've had more powerful guns released since they got buffed. So that has shaken up the meta. Gunblades used to be absolutely some of the most stonking powerful things available. But metas continue to shift. They continue to change with updates, with new releases, with changes, balance passes, imbalance passes, as they sometimes are. I love how we're just passing each other, continuously going through this corridor just to switch spawns. Because we don't want to sit still. Who wants to sit still on an echo mech, you know? Oh, there are badges after 100k. Oh, fair enough then. Fair enough, Twitch was just being buggy. Makes sense. Makes sense. Well, thanks for checking that for me, Swan Pringle. I'll be honest, I've never given 100,000 bits, or 200,000 bits for that matter, to a stream myself, so I wouldn't have known directly without looking it up. Honest, until today, never had a reason to look it up. Tortellini, are you referring to the backronym for meta? Also, in case you've ever wondered why I put jump height on Necromex, this is why. When on this kind of tile set, you've got those high platforms, and I can just get straight up to them. No faff, no having to go a long way around or anything, no struggling with other half jumps to get there. Just straight up. No sweat, no issue. That's why I use jump height. It makes mobility so much better. I don't know if I can find a specific tile where it's the most effective. There's a certain tile where it's like the far edge of the ship. You've got multiple levels. It's hard to describe, to be quite honest. One of the major Orphic spawn places, and there, having the extra jump height allows you to get all the way up those levels as well. Again, no problem. Effectively adds vertical bullet jump to mechs, kinda, yeah. It gives you the power of a proper bullet jump. Especially as we can't double jump. The height gain is so good. And just one mod slot out of 12. And at that point, the mod slots you're using are kind of going for random bits, so it's worth it. Just bash our way through here. How are we doing on that leveling? 13 out of 30. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, 1 out of 12 instead of 1 out of 8 does certainly help make your more utility mods bearable too, doesn't it? Yeah. The downside is we are also making up for the lack of a companion, so things like having just passive heals, which I'll offload to a companion, things like having enemy radar, which I'll pass off to a companion, those we have to have as mods instead on our mech. So we do lose some of those utilities to what would be utilities elsewhere. But again, it makes it where it's easier to make the choices because the critical choices are done. One of the issues with Warframe's modding system is that a lot of the time, 6 out of the 8 slots will pretty much always be taken up by the only correct answers. When there is just the right way to do things, not just talking meta, but like seriously looking at other options would just be a detriment to yourself, nothing more. No change in gameplay, just bad. That's when the choices aren't really real. Hey, we got Iron Bride available. That. Let's bring out this sword then. Now, I haven't modded it because it wasn't moddable until now, so let's see what it does unmodded. That is terrible. Let's not use that anymore. We'll mod that before we use that ever again. Oh, does that... Wellspring doesn't affect Necromex, does it? No, it doesn't. No, I am gaining energy over time. Oh. Is it... That didn't used to work. Okay. That's a big deal. That makes Orphix more bearable. That makes Orphix significantly more bearable. That never used to work. You couldn't use Zenric's energizing dash on a necromech. But now, yeah, I was definitely gaining energy, and now I'm outside of it. Let's recast again. Yeah? Wait. Can you nullify someone else, please? Oh, wait, no, was it just... No. Let me cast this a few times. Oh, I'm taking constant damage now. It's hard to tell when I'm being shot at. Rage. I'll test this properly later. I'll test this properly when I'm not being shot at, but yeah. It looked like it was giving me a nice soft energy over time. Oh, fair do, Rick-a-Raz. Fair do. It didn't used to. Like I say, energizing dash definitely did not used to work. So now Wellspring is great. Read patch notes, people. Come on now. You just telling me of all people to read patch notes? Bruh. I'm often the one calling out some of the things in patch notes, so I missed one bit about a necromech I don't care about. Yeah. How often do I get minus 75% discounts? I think the last one I got was about 3 to 6 months ago. Not very often. Not very often. I think I logged into a 20% discount today though, so that was fun. But then I get all my platinum games, so whatever. Whatever. When I can just trade for everything I need, I just ignore everything else. Alright, how are we doing? We're on 17! Wow, we got a long way to go. We got a long way to go. We're at 17 at basically 15 minutes in. 20 on here will be the halfway point. So, without having that booster, we might be going for 2 rotation Cs here. We might be doing 2 rotation Cs for this. But them's the rules. Them's the rules of the level 5. You wanted a former on Bone Widow, you're getting a former on Bone Widow. And now you're seeing, Swan Pringle, why we're not doing 5 former on Bone Widow. Hype Train doesn't take you that far. Good lord, I'll be streaming the next 2 streams of nothing but this. Where are we farming Necromech levels? So we are on Railjack Survival, which is only against the Corpus. Railjack because that allows us to actually use Necromech. It also gives us unlimited affinity share range. So you can see on the right hand side, I've got the icon next to all 3 of my allies. So it doesn't matter where they're killing, I'm getting the bonus. Anywhere. Which is very helpful. I'm just going to paint this entire area with bullets, don't mind me. And black that zone. Every time you get a discount, or attacks like you've been gone for ages. I mean, maybe that's the thing. Maybe they give more discounts to people who've recently returned. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me if there is some rhyme or reason behind the delivery of discounts. But I have no information about it to say. From a financial perspective, it would make sense. Someone's come back to the game, they're clearly more invested than they were for the last however long. See if you can get something extra out of them. Give them a welcome back present. I've never been into marketing, looking into stuff that side. I probably should, running my own stream and whatnot, run my own YouTube channel. Probably should be more invested in that info, but that was unfortunate. I charged and then they died. And then I shot. Heavy attack with Iron Ride? Sure, let's find something to heavy attack. You there, get heavy attack. Well, that was a little bit extra. Also, you can slam attack. Now I'm going to just switch off Iron Bride before I die from not killing things quickly, because that would be bad. Heavy attack is a projectile? I don't feel like it. Maybe it was because I was in a closed area. Let me just... Ah, okay. I still prefer a gun. I don't need Iron Bride to do some slow firing projectile. Well, I can just shoot. Gun is good. I mean, if you guys want to see, honestly, just disgusting... What is shooting at? If you guys want to see disgusting attempts at monetization and trying to get people who've come back to spend just absurd amounts of money, when I logged into EVE Online a couple months ago, the first time in ages, one of the first things it showed me is that I could catch up on skill points. Because unlike most MMOs where you earn XP by playing, in EVE Online you earn skill points passively over time. You just accrue them, but only whilst you have a skill queue set up. So I could catch up and purchase a whole bunch of skill points. And so this advert said, hey, do you want to catch up? Here, spend £200 right now. Limited time offer. £200. Bear in mind at that point I hadn't paid a penny since reinstalling the game. I just logged in to see where my characters were. It was like, yo, bro, spend 200 quid, catch up on what you would have had if you kept playing. It's cheap for EVE? Well, it tells you how much it wasn't giving me, Swarm Pringle. Let's put it that way. I did the calculation. It wouldn't have been anywhere near the amount of skill points I would have got if I spent all that money on just sub time. Let's put it that way. So yeah, and that is a game which historically didn't have stupid levels of monetization to it. If you start looking at certain mobile games, it gets even worse.
Extraction is available if you need it.
Alright, we're halfway. We're at the 20-minute mark and we reached rank 20 on Bone Widow, so we are halfway. Because we need to get this to rank 30. Level 20 is halfway to level 30. Fun fact. Monetization is the best form of game design. It reworks you for having a life instead of being forced into grind for hours. Alright, Lord Chibi. 1, monetization means just making money from something. It's not a way of game design. Selling a game for $60 is itself monetization. 2, saying monetization in terms of skip the grind monetization isn't a good form of game design in my books. It's a good form of game financing because people will pay it, and quite a lot. People also pay for cosmetics and quite a lot. But saying either pay us or spend a very long time playing, that's pay to not play. I don't like that style. I really don't like that style because it means if you don't want to just keep on spending out, then your other option is just to do some mindless task forever. I'm not a fan of pay to not play. Monetization just means making money from it. Like, for example, I have monetized my YouTube channel, therefore there are adverts on it. Depends on how much it all costs. Well, of course, that's always the thing, isn't it, Lord Jimmy? All depends on how much it costs relative to how much you have to spend and desire to spend. Warframe allows you to pay to not play? It does in many regards, yeah. Like trading platinum? No, wait. Alright, I see. I've misread your message. Snore being a little bit facetious. Warframe allows you to play to not play through platinum, right. Right. Okay. See that? I don't even know where to begin with that one, Snore. You could make the same argument for just any kind of economy in any game ever. Oh, you earned some money by mining. You went to mine some high-level ores in this game, and then you sold them to someone, and you bought the Sword of Darkness. So you played, by mining, to not play getting the Sword of Darkness. At that point, you're basically saying, haha, you did one thing for another. Yeah, that's a functioning economy. That's just a functioning economy. That's a joke? Alright, I wasn't sure which joke you were trying to go for there. There were different ways you might have been trying to take that one. Especially considering, you know, the more serious discussion being had. You lost me with that one.
Ateno needs to be revived.
Ateno needs to what now? Oh, that means someone's necromech blew up. Right, got it. I'm fine with games having an economy. I prefer it when games have an economy and then the developers pay attention to that economy and try to balance things to make things more fair. Some games do that, other games neglect it for years and then wonder, oh wait, why is our economy in shambles? Why are people purchasing gold from gold sellers all the time? Why does everyone say that this certain activity that's supposed to be money generating is actually just a waste of time? Oh no, oh who did that? I prefer the game to actually pay attention. A functioning economy is one of the best things to have in a multiplayer game because it allows you to enjoy what you want to enjoy while still having access to everything. Or near enough everything. Lord should be saying my favourite game economy is anime gacha. Forgot about that one. Way better than pay to win. Anime gacha. Fill me in. What do you actually define as anime gacha? Help me understand your position here, Lord Chippy. Just so myself and everyone else here can engage in the discussion more thoroughly. As I know to some people gacha has some very negative connotations, but we'd like to better understand exactly which angle you're looking at. Lookups? No, look, Lord Chibi, I'm currently streaming. I'm not looking up anything. You said you have a favourite. Explain it to me. Can't be that hard to explain. It's just a system. It's like I was saying, loot boxes.
The longer you fight, the more successful we
I was wondering if it was just loot boxes or something more nuanced. He specified anime gacha, so there might be something else missing there. He's after all called Lord Chibi. Might be something Chibi related. Free-to-play loot boxes from Japan. Okay, loot boxes is a very rough one. In a just pure gameplay sense, we engage with loot boxes all the time. Every time you do rotation A, B, C on any mission in Warframe, every time you get a randomized drop, you are opening a loot box. In a sense, you are. There's one thing that I know certain jurisdictions around the world have had to carefully navigate, because if they just define a loot box, they have to make sure they specifically call out a monetization of it, because we don't want to outlaw RNG drops in games. That would suck. Now, loot boxes, when purchased, I do disagree with, because that's gambling. And gambling should just be called gambling, it should be labelled gambling, and it should be controlled like gambling. I do not like gambling being hidden and thrown in when money is involved. I do not like being told the only way to get the thing I want is to spend some money and hope they decide to give me it. Whether that be a decision or RNG, either way doesn't matter. I do not like being told to pay for a chance to get what I actually wanted. Win every time is a lie, because it's you get a thing they ordain every time. Sometimes that thing is definitely not what I would value, what I paid. It's gambling. If the value of what I received is less than what I spent, then I've lost. I don't like gambles. I don't like being told the only way to go forwards is to pay for a lottery ticket. That's the way I see gacha. That's the way I see loot boxes. You have a very good chance of winning if you're free to play. It's a chance. Doesn't matter what you make the chances are. It's a chance. It's a chance-based mechanic. The free-to-play version is, okay, well, if you are playing for free, then we'll at least give you some of the loot boxes, or you can purchase more loot boxes. Doesn't matter. You know the free-to-play version is actually just introducing you to the mechanic and showing you, well, this is what you could get. Now, wouldn't you rather just get more of it? Wouldn't you rather just be rolling those chances now? Why wait around? Why go farming off endless missions when you could just get it right now? Just drop a little bit of money. You never know, the next box could be the one you need. The next box is going to be the one. Just keep on going. You keep opening the wallet, keep on giving it rolls, keep on pulling that lever. Never know, next time it'll be the one. I don't like that. It's insidious. Sell me the thing you are selling. That's the way it should be to me. Sell me the thing you are selling. I didn't like it with trading card packs as a kid. I didn't like it with Pokemon trading cards, Yu-Gi-Oh trading cards, all of that. I didn't like it then, and I don't like it now with loot boxes. Sell me what you are selling. No gachas that are pity systems, it doesn't mean it's not gambling. Yeah, pity system doesn't make it not gambling. It just says after you've spent an amount at the casino, they will give you a certain token guaranteed. Even then, with some of the, even with some of the pity systems, they say, well, after a certain amount of time, you're guaranteed to get a 5-star. That's not 5, that's 5. Focusing on a lot of ones. Even after a certain amount, you're guaranteed to get a 5-star. It's like, cool, is it the 5-star I wanted? No, it's a 5-star for something else instead. But that's not the one I wanted. Oh, we'll just open some more boxes then. Pity doesn't require money, gambling does. Yeah, and the gacha is gambling. The pity system is a different mechanic. We have a pity system in Warframe. It is in use in getting a hold of the lich weapon you want, but you don't spend money on that. Gambling is gambling is gambling, and I do not like gambling being forced in and being rebranded like that. You can enjoy it, Lord Chibi, but I don't. I think it is predatory. At the end of the day, if I cannot directly purchase what I wish to purchase, if the only way is to hand over some money and say, please sir, I would like it, and the company has the ability to turn around and go, no, don't want it. I play Warframe, there's no pity system. Yeah, and I've argued against that as a bad mechanic. Did you miss my video on the longest farm? And how it takes too long to farm ash, and so that should definitely be reduced? Or how, when I covered how long it takes to farm everything in the Zaraman, how because there's so many farms going on at once, it actually averages out the total time, but still certain aspects of RNG can really screw people over. How I celebrate the introduction of the pity system with Lich and sister weapons. You might find I'm actually in favour of mitigated RNG in video games too. Why I like having game economies. Mitigation of RNG, because everything has a value which gets you towards your objective one way or another. What level are these guys? 54. They hit a lot harder than feels like a 54 should. Gambling setups can be exceedingly predatory on people who are vulnerable to addictive behaviours, people who have a poor understanding of statistics, when the statistics are poorly demonstrated, when systems are obscured behind currency mechanics which are disconnected from real-world currencies. Platinum is an example of a disconnected currency. Platinum itself has one of those issues. Warframe is not without excuse, not without fault in that regard, in my opinion. Yeah, there's a pity system in Lich's Acid. If you, say for example, if you down a Kuva Larvaling, you have a look and it's not the weapon you want, finish the mission, start again, the next Larvaling, well, that weapon is removed from the Larvaling's pool of possible weapons. And this keeps happening until either A, you get the weapon you want and start that Lich, or B, you go through all the weapons and it resets. There's a pity system in that regard. It says you cannot go more than the number of weapons that are in the pool. You can't have to go longer than that under ideal conditions. Yeah, I suppose fusing weapons is another form of pity system. You don't have to keep rolling and rolling and rolling and hoping to eventually get a 60%. You progress towards it. There is an RNG element, and then there is an element which limits how hard the RNG is going to hurt you. Warframe's monetization is one of the best, if not the best, for free-to-play games I have ever seen. Ever. One of the big reasons I support it so much is because it does such a good job of it. But I am of the increasing opinion that digital currencies shouldn't be removed from actual values, basically. Like, how much is 10 platinum? How many dollars is 10 platinum? Or in another game, how many dollars is 10 gold coins? How many dollars is 10 credits? How many dollars is 10 whatevers? There isn't a specific answer because the actual currency itself comes in different packs and comes with discounts, which obfuscates the actual value you are spending. Now, if Warframe then also had loot boxes available for platinum, it would hide how much you're spending even further. That leads to the further exploitation that I'm against. And many games do have multiple stages of currencies to, again, further obfuscate just how much you're spending. Oh, but you can get some for free, sure, yeah. But there's also a paid route which is designed to exploit. And that's a problem. And the only solution to that is legislation. It's the only solution. Because industries have shown what happens when they don't have it. They do what they want. The state of monetization in gaming in a lot of games leaves a lot to be desired. There are some which are absolutely amazing. So, typically your independent games, things like smaller games like Into the Breach, Terraria, you buy a game, you get the game, job done. It's amazing. If they sell cosmetics like in Among Us, okay, fine, I don't care. Some people are like, oh, I remember when games you just earned all the cosmetics in game. So, okay, and now they've added even more cosmetics, but you don't earn these in-game, you support the developers. Sure, cool, cosmetics don't kill your face.
Look what our Tenno operative just found. They could not do this without you.
That's how I see it.
You need it. The extraction is ready.
The fact you can trade platinum is something you'll praise, because it lets free players earn everything free. Yeah, it's a functioning part of the economy. It allows people to work together. A lot of games have implemented that kind of thing. I know that, for example, EVE Online was a very early player in that regard, in what they did with Plex. That used to be their monetization, just Plex, which was a month subscription. They changed it where Plex became broken into 500 pieces per Plex, but we don't worry about that. It used to be just 1 month subscription was 1 Plex, you could buy 1 Plex, sell it in-game to a player for in-game stuff, and so the person who did stuff in-game could continue to subscribe. And that was fine with me. Everyone knows exactly what they're purchasing. Everyone knows exactly what they're getting. There's no loot box, there's no randomness, there's no breakdown of currency understandings. Just normal game economy market forces, and otherwise, you use what you use. That was fine. Like, imagine if Warframe required you to spend either, let me think, $5 a month to subscribe or 500 platinum. I don't want it to do that, but imagine if it did. That would be the same kind of thing. That would be the same kind of thing. How are we doing? We are on rank 28. We're nearly there! Which is good because we're nearly at 40 minutes, like I said we'd probably get to. Someone is bleeding out. Where are they? Oh dear. Hold up, I'm coming! I'm coming! Survive! Oh, you good. Oh, okay. He's good, guys. He's good. We lost so many money on loot boxing for Dota 2. Glad I did stop. Yeah. That's the thing. A lot of people, a lot of the time, will say, I lost money on it. Not I spent money, it's I lost money. Because it's a gamble. I managed to acquire a few keys in Team Fortress 2 through trading. Team Fortress 2, again, another great game, but played by loot boxes. I got those keys from trading, just stuff I'd earned in game. And I would open up crates and I would get duplicates of things I already had. Stuff that no one wanted to purchase because they also had said duplicates. It was a dead loss. But those keys only came from cash purchases, so that cash purchase basically turned into a, haha, you get nothing. Good day, sir. Why use radiation on Corpus? Because I don't need the toxin to bypass shields, and if there's any armoured units, they are weak to radiation as Corpus. So the non-armoured ones just die anyway, and the armoured ones are weak to radiation. TF2's economy's collapsing again. That economy has always been in a shambles. Always has been. I remember the initial key inflation, when it used to be a couple refined for a key and then just went up and up and up and up and up and up and up, because people realised, oh wait, keys aren't infinite, but refined is. I sold my entire TF2 inventory a long time ago. Got myself a few games out of that, which is ridiculous for a game I never put money into. No, sorry, tell a lie. I did buy 2 keys. And got the equivalent of 30 keys worth of stuff out of. Gambling. Not good. Not good. Artificial scarcity. That comes again down to the lines of just sell me the item. Because artificial scarcity in loot boxes says, oh, well, it's a 2% chance because it's legendary. Oh, sorry, that'll be a rare. It's a 0.5% chance because it's legendary. Big shiny gold stuff everywhere. Be amazed, boys and girls. This legendary thing, you worked long and hard. Lady Luck has finally blessed you. This legendary thing. And it's like, hang on. It's just another skin. Yeah, it might be better. I mean, I'd hope it's better if I'm be told it's this legendary, but it's another skin. Now, if you took that percentage, you multiply it out the percentage chance and the cost of the boxes, sometimes these skins will be into tens, hundreds of dollars. Mad. Absolutely mad. But if you, well, the developer will turn around and be like, well, we can't sell it for 200, people wouldn't buy it. I'm like, yeah, I know, that's exactly the point. We'll go, have a max rank list? Oh, I need a little bit more guys. A few more kills. Well, they might turn around and say, well, you see, you're getting other stuff along the way. I'm like, yeah, but that other stuff along the way is useless. Actually not of this value. Apex Legends, Apex crates are a terrible example of this. What am I trying to get now? We're trying to level up Bone Widow so I can put a former on it to satisfy the level 5 hype train. Because I made an agreement. Now I put a former on this, but I've never leveled it before. We're there! We're there! Level 30. I can former it now. We can finally leave! We finally leave. On a brighter note, what's my favourite focus score? Not considering Unbounds. 1 key 60 ref now? Oh my god. Favorite focus score would probably be Xeneric just because of what it allows me to do. Yeah. I love how people flew out when we could just... Yeah. If Apex didn't stop giving Apex packs after a certain level, I wouldn't mind. I would, because it's still using the predatory monetization method. Also, it slows down the packs over time, not just stopping them. What was... 10 min till 10 PM? Thank you. Wasn't to be a PM. Alright, let's dip to the dry dock. We need to finally finish off this level 5 challenge. Now let's dip ourselves out. I have no idea what you're referring to, Captain Lonesome, but okay. So happy that Apex exploded. It's a great game. Apex is a great game. The matchmaking leaves a lot to be desired. Ranked needs to be renamed because it is not appropriate. That was alright. Well, renamed is perhaps not the right way about it, but the ranked system leaves a lot to be desired in Apex. But overall, the actual gameplay is wonderful. I love it. I do love playing Apex. Monetization on it, outside the Battle Pass, is terrible. Battle Pass is fine. Battle Pass is absolutely fine. It is purely cosmetic. You get nothing from it that improves your skill in the game, improves your damage. There's a little bit to be said about certain skins having slightly better iron sights. The pay-to-win skins. Which, technically, they should avoid doing that. I agree. But that is the entirety of that there. Battle passes are fine. You get a clear example of what you're going to get. Here are the rewards you will get by doing this, that, the other. If you want to skip doing the challenges, you just put down the money for it and you purchase cosmetics through that method. That's fine. You know exactly how much it's going to cost to get what. If they don't offer another avenue to get those items, it's fine because the price is fixed, it's agreed upon, it is there in front of you. Loot boxes? No. Do not agree with loot boxes. Alright, let's get this former onto Bone Widow, guys, shall we? Battle Pass is a good way to actually monetize a live service game. I agree. They are a good way of doing it. There is the fear of missing out level of stuff, and so long as it's all cosmetic, it doesn't matter. Oh, you wanted a particular cosmetic, did you? But it's no longer there. Okay. Okay. That's not a problem, it's a cosmetic. It's not the end of the world. A business has the right to sell or discontinue selling, something like that. I don't see an issue. The issue is the fear of missing out, and that comes down to the person themselves to control. That is not an addictive issue, as far as I'm concerned. It's not something which will have you throwing thousands of dollars away. And yes, people will do that and more. With regards to Battle Passes, another good thing they do is they also incentivize more people to be involved in the game. They give them the challenges, give people more reason to be there, and trying out different tactics, which are usually a good idea. It basically creates more life in the game. And that means that you get shorter queue time. So again, it helps out, it makes things better overall. There are some negatives, like for example, if it has a challenge for get so much melee damage, when melee damage is usually not recommended, that leads to people hot dropping just to go for the punches, which breaks the flow of the game a bit. But most battle passes tend to be mindful about not causing that kind of issue. Alright then, let's form on this. For those of you who caused that level 5 hype train, this is for you guys. As you declared, we've leveled up Bone Widow, and we have formed Bone Widow. God, that took a lot longer than I expected, to be honest with you. But we got there. What do we think of the Ambassador? Oh, I can show you what I think of the Ambassador. Let me show you what I think of the Ambassador. This is what I think of it. I'll get around to it. FOMO can lead to addictive behaviors. Technically, everything can lead to addictive behaviors, yeah. How come I dislike the Widow? Well, I'm not a fan of Necrobex in the first place. And then Bone Widow is let me run around with clunky jumpy and also just start swinging this giant ass sword in again a somewhat clunky fashion. That's just not for me. That's just really not for me. That style of play just does not engage me at all. There's nothing wrong with it. It just does not engage me. Also, why is that more? Look, us get back to Morsey. Yep. There's a melee challenge on Apex. Yeah, I saw one. It was like, get 500 damage from melee. I was like, bro. You completely ignore the sword. Bone Widow's not bad for a mech. Also, Leonie, you requested some lo-fi earlier. We didn't get around to that because I was in mid-mission and wanted to get that done ASAP. So let's get the lo-fi now, shall we? Let's switch to that now. Just take a moment for that to switch over. There you go. Wunderbar. At least Voidry can do 1 million damage per shot. Bone Widow isn't there. They have their uses. They have their uses. Why do I have so many vacuums? Oh, I don't know. Quintus and Esprit. I wonder if they're here to answer. I know that Quintus isn't here. He dipped off. I wonder if Esprit is here to answer why I have so many domestic drones. Zetsu, can you guess how many drones are here? Across my entire orbiter, can you guess how many of them are here? What number would you throw up? Anyone who's a regular here probably already knows how many there are. Zetsu, as you're mentioning it, can you say how many are here? Before reading the comments from other people giving you ideas. Not enough? I mean, Rikarez, if you want to add more to it, that's your choice. That is your choice. You can still see the floor? I mean, barely. There is more drone than floor at this point. Maybe 200? Oh, so close. I have 171 drones. 171, which incidentally not a single person said. Some people got very close in remembering. 172, 177. No one said 171. I'll go figure. Do you think your memory is storing that kind of info? I mean, if you forget how many drones I have, that's probably a good sign because you're not remembering useless trivia about some random person on the internet who plays a game for a bit. Am I PC? I am pretty politically correct, yeah. I do slip up from time to time, but I do tend to be rather politically correct, I'd say. Also, yes, I am on PC. That's why it is in the stream title. Hello, Warduck. Why did you... Ken. I mean, you can call me Kengineer. The Kengineer. Mr. Streamer, as some people go for it. Although I'm not a fan of that one, to be honest. Ken's fine. It's part of the reason I called myself the Kengineer, because then you just refer to me as my name, Ken. It's easy that way. You didn't see it in the title? Don't worry. Half of everyone never looks at the title. I have people coming in and saying, what are we doing today? I'm like, I named the stream. Unsure if my name was Ken? I know. I have to be a little bit... Just a question, I don't know how you'd like to be referred to. I mean, that is absolutely fine, Warlock. You are perfectly right in asking about that. It's curious to me even that, even on the Warframe stream when they've talked about me a couple times, sometimes they'll stumble, they're like, I just called him Ken, said Kengineer. Am I allowed to do that? You're fine. It's fine. Kenji seems good. Kenji is not good. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Kengineer or Ken. Kenji just sounds like I'm out of some kind of anime. And this is not the face of someone who belongs in an anime. Nuh-uh. I would be a side character that gets flattened by a building collapsing, and that's not fun. Now, we'll pass on that. We will absolutely pass on that. Does Smite of Corpus mod work on corrupted Corpus units? No. For that, you need the corrupted mod. You need to use the corrupted. So Bane of Corrupted, Prime Bane of Corrupted for rifles, that kind of thing. This mod, I purchased it. I don't know that I'll ever use it, but I have it. What do I think of Uber Range Hallowed Ground on Oberon? Yeah, I mean, fair enough. Give it a try. See if it works for you. It's not something I've tried. Kengineer anime? Probably not going to happen. Ever. I say probably because the world has been weird. The world has been very, very weird. Whilst I was at university, I never thought I'd work in a call centre, but there you go. So, I'll only say probably, but there's probably not going to be a Kengineer anime. Watch many YouTube videos, figured it was time to check out a stream. Oh yeah, absolutely. I do mention it in like the majority of the YouTube videos that there is a stream there. If I don't mention it, I'll pop it on the screen somewhere to follow. Always good to check out. You never know what you might be catching. Although at the moment, what you're catching is the very end of a stream, which is why we've just been sat in the arsenal chatting for the last 2 minutes. Which means that if any of you here haven't yet done exclamation mark ticket to get a chance to win some platinum, you absolutely should be doing that right this second. Because we're going to be drawing that in just a moment. We're going to be drawing that in literally moments. Let me just check here as well. Actually, now that I think about it, hold on a second here. Let me just check my files in the background. That to that. Date is this. That's what I thought. Yes. Do you guys remember that this time last week we had the Core Prime Access giveaway, which was claimed, by the way, so if you're missing out on that, tough. So we did the Core Prime Access giveaway Sunday last week, which means we didn't do a Platinum giveaway then. So you know what? I want to balance it out. I want to balance it out, especially because there has been an incredible amount of support today. From the likes of Quintus, from the likes of Snort, from the likes of many others. I literally would not have enough time to name you all. So we're going to do a double draw today. I'm going to draw 2 names for the Platinum giveaway today. Yep. So if you haven't grabbed a ticket, absolutely grab one now, because you've got twice the chance of winning versus usual. Twice the chance? I think that's a fair claim, given how many people enter. It's approximately twice. So, yeah. Get yourselves a ticket. I'll give you all of y'all a minute on that. I said we've got tickets coming in left, right, and centre. If the bot says too many tickets, it means you've already entered, so don't worry about it. Stop badgering the bot, basically. Hello, Penguin. I'm doing all right. We're just doing the Platinum Raffle, Penguin. So, you know, timing as ever. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Twice a chance. That's like 50% more. Urban Reanimator. No. No. The chance alone is worth the follow? Ah, thanks, mate. Alright, I think that's enough. I think that's enough time. If you haven't got in now, then you didn't want it. I'm definitely closing it now because there's 69 tickets. I have to close it now. 69 tickets. That's exactly the right time to close a giveaway, right? Okie dokie. Let's just make sure we did get all of those tickets come through. Feather Crow was the last one. Yep, that went through. Nightblade saying, but Kenjanu, if everyone claims a second ticket, do you have a double chance? Well, Nightblade, no, you don't get 2 tickets. You get 1 ticket in the giveaway, and I'm drawing 2 names. So it is twice the chance. So Nightblade, nice try, but you invented a different setup. So, 2 people are going to be drawn from 69 tickets. The first of the winners today, the original winner, is indeed Louis Aldous. Louis Aldous, congratulations, you are the first of the winners today out of the draw for the Platinum giveaway, but as I say, we're not going to just stop there. We're going to draw another winner. The second winner is going to be as well Adam Malik. Adam Malik, congratulations. That is Adam Malik and Louis Aldous. You two I'll be contacting in a little bit after the end of the stream to make sure I get your Warframe usernames and platforms. We'll get that sent on over to you dudes. Congratulations. Hope you enjoy using that Platinum. Missed your 50% chance. I know, Urban Reanimator. Like, it's one of those things, either it happens or it doesn't. 50-50, right? But you know, never know. Next time could be yours. Because this time it was 1 person, well, 2 people. Oop. Next time it could be you. But that is where we're going to raid on over to someone else now, chat. That is where we're going to raid on over. So, don't go anywhere just yet. We're going to find out who we can raid on over to. Has my hair been askew this entire time? I need to get this cut, don't I? It's getting longer again. It's getting longer. Anyway, enough preening myself. Let's see. Who are we raiding today? Who do we want to give a little bit of love to? Oh, you're very welcome, Louis. I'll send you a message after the stream, so make sure you check your Twitch DMs a few minutes after stream. I'll do the raid, and then I'll send you that message, mate. Let's see, who are we raiding then? Who are we giving a bit of love to? We are going to head on over to, we got the pick of, we got Neonaz, we got No Sympathy, we got Mendez, I don't recognise that name, okay. Likewise, I don't recognise Pop from Cake, but it looks like they're on a break. Bucky J ends now, I remember that. We're not going to go to him, that would be silly. Let's see, what are we feeling, guys? What are we feeling? I'm thinking today, I think it's a Neonest time. It's been a few moments since we went to him. Not that long, but it's been long enough. We're heading over to Neonest today. Let's do it. Alright, there we are. So, the raid is up, guys. Make sure you do join on that raid. I hope you have enjoyed yourselves today. It has been a wonderful stream. I cannot say thank you enough to those of you who have contributed to the stream here to help keep me going. It is incredible the amount of support you guys give. But yeah, that's all we got time for today. Make sure you're around on Wednesday for some more Warframe. Let's go say hi to Neoness. That's all from me. Bye, guys.